south on the island now? Where were we?
I believe we were, I think, finally maybe preparing to head towards the south.
Yeah, we noticed fire or something, or smoke.
Smoke? Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you a recap here. I'm gonna give you a
okay.
recap.
I mean,
All
it's
right.
been a little bit.
So I
Buckle
remember
in.
we wrapped up
I'm
with
ready.
what we were doing and we were preparing to maybe go elsewhere.
Does anyone remember how to play D&D anymore? It's been so long, I don't even remember. I have these
Look,
plastic
I'm not gonna
things.
say definitely yes.
I can fake it real good.
Yeah.
That's
Wait a
basically
minute.
my
Wait a
life,
minute.
right?
So the date is Rihar 25, the year 1639. In our previous session, about a year and a half ago, you had arrived back in Whitecap from the city of Cyranor, where you had a series of adventures and misadventures. Traveled back to your hometown, where you did a little bit of shopping. You arranged for the care of the newborn infant that is in your care.
Acquired another.
And later on acquiring another, yes. But I was going to ask, because I couldn't find it in the video, but what... You had arranged, you had hired someone through the Mercenary Guild, through the Echoes of Harris, to take care of the baby, and that was to take care of the baby in her own home, right?
I think so.
Yes, in her home, yes.
Sounds
'Cause
right.
we thought that she would be better prepared to take care of the babies where she's already familiar than someplace new. I do recall.
I could not find the part of, because we had to jump around a little bit because of Seika and the being the prisoner on the ship and everything, so we kind of bounced around a little bit. So I couldn't find the part where we actually reached a final decision on care of the baby, but I remembered that it was something to do about a woman being hired with her own children and blah, blah, blah. So you sort of finalized the mission that you had through the Echoes of Harris, which is part of the reason that you went to Cyranor in the first place, was to do this initial quest for them. And you decided to go ahead and sign up with the guild. How many of you have thought about potential names for your group?
I thought we were playing with some sort of goofy acronym before, but never quite figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a decision that you'll need to reach at some point. And during this day, where you're sort of shopping and taking care of business, Gareth at one point went home to check in and got into a conversation with his mother, who asked Gareth, in no uncertain terms, to take the family boat to the south to an island called South K Island to check on a property of theirs that had been sitting abandoned for the last 45 years after the death of Gareth's grandfather on the island. And so you got supplies, loaded up the ship, spent a little bit of time sailing your way to the island, where you found the homestead with really no issue. However, the homestead ended up being the refuge of a mated pair of manticores, which you had to deal with, and after doing so, you discovered that the female of the pair was indeed very pregnant, likely going to pop any day now, and so
We popped her.
You popped her. You
Yeah.
claimed the baby, which did survive, cleaned it off, and now have a manticore cub in your possession. You spent the rest of the day and evening sort of getting an idea of the location and scouting about a little bit and getting a night's rest. And the next day, you see some columns of smoke to the south, maybe about 5 miles away or so, and you decide to check it out. Because as far as you knew up until this point, the island was pretty much uninhabited. There were tales, basically ghost stories and myths told about the island. It had been occupied in the past by, I mean, not just the Legant family home, but many people, including villages and towns, and but it had been, to everyone's knowledge, abandoned for quite some time. And so you guys get your stuff together and you proceed south along the coastline of South Kea Island. It does not take very long to travel the distance. The ground is fairly clear. There's no like heavy timber or large amounts of plant growth. It's mostly smaller shrubs and ground cover and that sort of thing, although it is very rocky. But you managed to cover the 5 miles in pretty short order, and now you find yourself lying in a group on sort of a rise, looking over the top down at what looks like the remnants of a village or town that existed at some point in the past, because you can make out the sort of the stone foundations of buildings that had been there previously. You can see walls, collapsed walls, portions of which still stand, but other portions are just sort of scattered rock at this point. And then within this series of ruins, you see up on the rise to sort of the southeast of the ruins, you can see what looks like a castle edifice built into the actual stone of the hillside. Parts of it exposed, but it looks like most of the structure is actually located underground, and the castle sort of overlooks this ruined town that no longer stands. But however, in sort of roughly the center of these ruins, kind of on the closer side to where the castle is, you can see some new structures have been erected. There's one larger building, two smaller buildings, and then a scattering of tents of different sizes, sort of set in circles around three fairly large bonfires, which is where you saw the smoke coming from. And
do they look like temporary buildings?
Well, all of the structures, it's hard to tell quality from this distance, but they're definitely not made of stone. They're definitely made of more organic materials like wood and that sort of thing. There are a number of people currently engaged in some sort of ceremony around the larger of the three buildings. They are loosely gathered in a circle around the front of this building, and even from this distance you can hear what sounds like singing or chanting coming from them. And from this distance it's definitely humanoid, definitely human-sized, possibly a variety of ages. Looks like there might be some children mixed in with the others. They are dressed fairly primitively in just sort of simple cloth and leather. Many of them are the upper portions of the clothing tend to be either sleeveless or just very loosely draped. So there's a lot of skin exposed, and and they appear to be in some sort of ritual at this point, and you're not sure what that's all about. But that is where you currently find yourself. And actually, you know what? I forgot to do that. Give me one quick second. There is actually a map of the area that I forgot to make a scene for in Foundry that I just realized. So I'm going to do that real quick. But feel free to talk.
Yeah,
So this island is supposed to be owned, the entire island, by the Legants, right? Not just that section?
No, the Legants do not own the entire island. They just own the area around their property.
Okay. So we are technically off of Legant property now.
That is correct.
Does Gareth have any?
I'm staring down that castle in the mountain.
That makes me wonder why we decided to come here.
Yeah. I thought it was his island for some reason.
12,
I have a question. I am not fully healed. Did we not do a full rest before we...
You did. You can go ahead and do a long rest.
Say, I feel like after a month there's been a long rest.
I got some sleep, right?
I don't know. What were you doing?
I thought it was like we basically waited a whole night and then the next day, so that would definitely...
Yeah, you did rest overnight. So
Because we had to feed the baby manticore in the morning.
And I was thinking, between the human child that we collected and now the baby manticore, we should be called the baby
Babysitters Club.
Oh my god!
I would love that.
Kidnappers are us.
That's
I was
right.
gonna say, I feel like Jackie would approve.
Like, I want to say I called dibs on being like Dawn.
Oh my god! I used to read those when I was a kid, and I vaguely remember. Who was the Asian girl who was super organized?
Oh, no, it was Claudia.
Claudia. I was
She
gonna say
very
Colette
bad
or
at school in spelling. She couldn't even spell her own name sometimes.
yeah, I remember that character. The name Dawn rings a bell as well. Wasn't there like a curly hair redhead?
Yeah, Mallory.
Yep.
I could
should dig my
rattle them
books
all
out.
off, man.
I should dig my books out. It's been a long time.
What book series is this?
The
Babysitter's Club.
Babysitter's Club.
Oh,
Netflix just did a new adaptation, and I hear it's quite good.
I'm gonna have to look at that. That will be a flashback for me.
I have heard good things about that as well.
Like, they've updated it for 2020, but like it's the same setup and all that.
I'm a bit excited now.
You can finish it if you want to. It's got cheddar on it. It's very salty. Yeah, we're gonna take a break at 4 o'clock. And I demand guinea pig snuggles.
Guinea pig snuggles. So you are approaching from the north side, and right now you're a couple thousand yards away. You're pretty far away, close enough to sort of see the gist of the area, but not so close that you would be easily visible. The area here is sort of the castle edifice there, built into the hillside. Then you can see the three larger thatch buildings with the smaller tents circled around the bonfires, and the group of worshippers are sort of in this area at the moment, in a circle around the entrance to this largest of the three buildings. And you also see that there are these long poles around this larger building, with kind of a drapery or fabric coming down from the top like a banner, and then some sort of object at the top of each of them. And they sit on the four corners of the building and just sort of rise above, 30 or 40 feet above the roof of the building.
Is there anything on them? Pennants
There is some sort of object on top of them, and then the banner sort of draped down from that.
Could I do some sort of history check to see if I know anything about any of this?
Like, what color are the banners, or do they have anything on the banners themselves?
The banners look like just like dirty burlap. Dirty
Okay.
burlap. That's a good name for a band. Write that down.
Or the Dirty Burlap Brothers.
Is this like the Sparrows or something?
And it does seem like there's some sort of painted symbol or something on the banner itself, but between the wind blowing and the distance that you are, it's hard to make out. And Melissa, you can make a roll. You don't know if you have enough information yet to really kind of go on anything. Right now, I'd give you like a DC of like 25 to actually come up with anything. So you can try it if you like.
Too far away.
So do we want to close the distance a little bit and then have somebody stealth ahead to spy or
Let's
sneak
say,
out? Or
can Heidi change into something to go get a better look at it?
Sneaky. Since my token isn't here, I can't select myself to see my options. I guess, can I do it from D&D Beyond, or do I need to do something on this page to be able to... Oh, well, thank you.
Or you could just say what you wanted to do. Although you do need to record the
Well,
wild shape
I need
usage.
to know
But
what kind of creature... I want to look up what kind of creatures I can be. I still can't fly, right?
Let's see.
Why would you be able to fly?
It's
It's the way wild shape sort of limits the power level by restricting it to different forms of movement.
You can't just turn
Ordinarily,
into
like,
anything you want to at any time.
nope.
right. I mean,
Poof! I said poof.
What
Damn
kind
it.
of godlike ability is that?
Yes, you cannot turn into something that can fly until 8th level.
Okay. Oh, extras. That's what I need to go
Are we
into.
at 8th level yet?
Yeah, am I instantly 8th level? Because that'd be cool.
Instantly
It's been a
8th
long
level.
time. I feel like we
We
can't
just find some small woodland creatures to kill to just grind for the experience points.
What can I do at this point? I'm up to... Am I up to 1, or am I still at 1/2? I think I'm up to 1, right? But 1/2 when it comes to something...
You can, at 4th level, your max CR is 1/2.
Ah, poop. Okay.
And nothing with a flying speed.
Okay.
30.
An ape might stick out a little bit. A boar. Camel, cat, constrictor, snake, crab, crocodile, deer. I could be a deer.
I thought
or
like you might get shot at for food then.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was about to say-
Something small like a mouse.
Badger. Centipede. Wild giant centipede.
Pass.
Giant fire beetle.
Well, we know that you can do a rat or a giant rat, so
something woodland
Giant
next.
rat.
she turns into a rat, immediately gets snatched by a hawk passing by.
Yeah.
All right,
Maybe
well,
a
what about a
squirrel?
badger? A badger would be good. I could be sneaky and peek.
What about a squirrel? They're fast and
I don't-
agile and sneaky.
It's not on the list.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, giant rat is here, but not regular rat.
On what list are you looking at?
You know how I click on extra and then manage extras and then choose wild shape and then filter using wild shape rules? And then I
Gotcha.
pick my challenge range. Look at all those steps I did. Are you totally proud of me?
I'm impressed.
I'm very impressed.
Oh, cat. I could be a cat. That would be good. I could go in the trees as a cat. Is there other trees?
Not so many trees. It's mostly it's low underbrush
where
and
they
bushes.
I feel like the rat's the most useful then because you can sneak.
Why don't I not see regular rat on here? All I see is giant diseased rat.
Are you looking specifically at CR 1/2 creatures?
I'm looking at anything at 0 to 1/2.
I mean, technically, you're only. they don't have every single type of animal statted out in the game, which doesn't mean you can't turn into that animal. It's just not one that they have a stat block for. But like any reasonable animal that Finny would have encountered at some point in her life that she's familiar with, she'd be able to turn into.
So a squirrel, that's just a tree rat.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Does this island have squirrels?
I would well,
What about
It does
chipmunks?
not.
that's
They're
a
more
good question.
ground
Since it's not timber covered at all, not much in the way of trees. I guess there are ground squirrels
chipmunks.
or
Groundhog.
chipmunks, yeah, or
Possum. Become
groundhogs.
a possum.
I'm gonna be a chipmunk because they're little and they're quick, and they're adorable. And my grandpa had pet ones.
Yeah,
I'd
get
turn
a
into
Possum.
I'd turn into a wolverine if I were you.
But what if they want to fight it or get it for meat? I mean, and also it's bigger and more noticeable.
But also tougher in case anything goes wrong.
I can
don't
like
know.
follow at somewhat of a distance. I don't know if we need to have two of us going.
Well,
Also,
you know,
yeah.
if the DM says be a wolverine, I think I'm gonna be a wolverine.
No, it just depends on if you want to be like focus on stealth.
It seems like stealth and blending in is important.
Yeah, then I'd say a rabbit or
A rabbit sounds delicious.
or a chipmunk or something
Yeah, I
that
think chipmunk's probably
I'm gonna
the.
go chipmunk because no, it's not worth eating. But it's something that would exist in an area like this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, make me a chipmunk.
You're a chipmunk.
Boom. Use ability. Okay, my ability, and I'm a
So
chipmunk.
you see these sort of blue-green lines begin to kind of swirl around Finny, and it sort of encompasses her and then shrinks down to this little tiny furry cute little creature.
And Lee, you're gonna follow to guard the chipper.
I flick my tail and I head towards the camp with Lee in tow. Hopefully, I look over my little
Yeah.
furry shoulder and make sure she's following.
Yeah, I'll be a little bit behind.
Yeah. Stay sneaky, rogue.
That's
All right,
better than-
Lee,
Didn't
make
we
a-
last time?
better than
Didn't we
being a
have
big dog.
Aaron go into her head with like some sort of animal touch so that we could all kind of keep up to what was going on and not be left behind?
Yes, he has the speaking
did.
with beasts
And-
type thing.
And I think it felt funny. Do you
That
want
might
to?
not be that beast sense would probably be a good idea, and that way, if there's trouble, we know.
And we can come to her aid without her coming back.
Yeah,
true.
and you
Okay.
don't need to be. It doesn't matter if you're slightly woozy and incapacitated because we're in the middle of the woods.
All right, touch me, Aaron.
When I think
Touch the
about
chipmunk.
you, I touch the chipmunk.
All right. So while I'm
right.
incapacitated, nobody take advantage of me.
Okay.
All right, so what is your destination? What are you sort of aiming for? What are you trying to
I
get
kind
to?
of would like to do a circle around the camp, and then I would like to get a closer look at the ceremony of whatever that's going on.
Are you going to pass on the side in between that space there in between the camp and the fortress? Are you going to be passing over, up, and above the fortress, or between?
Here? Oh, here. How come it's not? It's not making a little circle in this area. You
Mhm.
mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna go through there rather than going all the way up that hill.
Okay. This whole area sort of is slanted upwards towards to the
Okay.
east,
Oh,
towards where the
okay.
fortress is.
So it's not like it's all flat and then there's a cliff where the fortress is.
Right. Yeah. The
Okay, well
ground
then
here
I would
all
probably
slopes up.
I'd probably loop around the fortress if it wasn't hugely big.
It's fairly tall. I mean, it's probably a good 80 plus feet.
Well, I don't
From-
care how tall it is. I just mean how wide the fortress is.
It's
Like, if
it's
it's
fairly wide as
20
well.
Okay. Well, then I'd probably still go in front of it instead. I don't know.
It
I'm
would take
scouting.
longer.
I guess I would go around.
It would take longer to go up and above, but you get the sense that it's probably safer as well.
Okay.
The area in between the camp and the fortress is fairly. It's still rocky, but there's not as much
No cover.
undergrowth and cover, you'd be kind of exposed, more
also-
so than you would in other areas.
Well, especially with
Higher,
Lee
so it's
following me
easier for
here.
them to see us.
Yeah. All right, so then we go around the whole thing. And then we creep in from the south to take a look at the ceremony, because that way, you know, if they do apprehend this chipmunk,
Halt, chipmunk.
they won't think we're coming from the north where the rest of our people are.
Yeah, so we need to be looking at like what's on the banners, what's
Yep.
how the numbers of people that are
Yep.
there. Are they all monks and weaponless, or are they
Yeah,
armed?
I'm a monk.
Oh, sorry. True. Are they a priest in just a robe,
Yeah.
or
Or are there fighters and blah blah? What kind of weaponry do they sport?
because I can't communicate to you, I can hear and I can see through your eyes. But
Okay.
that's what I need to. That's what I'm going to be looking for. So I
Okay.
can communicate back to the group.
Well, I will chipmunk mutter under my chipmunk breath as I observe things. Tell me what I'm observing, ODM, as we come about.
As you pass down through this area, and Lee, I need you to make a stealth check for me.
Okay.
Happy little bird sound.
Nope.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I'm
Stealth
stealthy as
AF.
fuck.
Freaking invisible and
God,
floating
that mean
through
I
the
have a
air.
first dice
You
again?
can't catch me on the wind.
Ah.
You trip and break your ankle. Sorry. Sorry, it happens. So you feel fairly confident that you're staying well out of sight. As you pass on to the north of this this small little collection of tents and huts, you can more clearly hear the singing that's going on, and it actually sounds quite lovely. It's sort of this multi-part harmony thing that they're doing, and there are a couple of people with some sort of wind instrument playing
Is it
as sort of
choir
accompaniment. You don't know. It definitely feels ritualistic. They are sort of supplicant and in a loose circle around the entrance to this large hut that's
Which
located
side is the
there.
entrance in?
Are they singing in a language like
They're not singing words
know.
so much as just tones, just sort of like a choral sort of, just notes.
okay. Is there any kind of check I could roll to see if I like recognize the melody or the tune?
Sure, you can make an intelligence check.
Oh my.
Sure don't.
You forgot her name.
You were so busy being stealth.
Right?
You're
can't-
90.
I can't
You're
multitask.
90% sure it's a Metallica song of some kind. Probably later era Metallica, like off of post 2008, in that Metallica era.
Is the door to the big building on the northeast?
It is on the northeast, yes, and
Okay.
it's there isn't an actual physical door there. There's a large opening that kind of fills almost the entire wall.
Like a
that
hanger?
that side of it, yeah. But there's draped cloth covering the entrance to whatever is inside. And
Are there any windows on the sides as we come around?
there are no windows, but and now that you're a little bit closer, you can see that the buildings, they appear to have been built from sort of a combination of materials maybe that were found here on the island and perhaps flotsam that may have washed up on shore. It just seems to be like sort of a weird combination of different types of items, and wood and dried plants and leaves and dried moss and algae and just like a collection of different materials for these buildings.
Now that we're somewhat closer, can we see like any kind of symbols or anything like on the banners or what have you?
Yeah, the symbol on the banner itself appears to be a hooded face with only like the lower portion exposed, but then it's not a human figure. It actually sort of grows larger into what looks like, it's almost like centaur-ish in a way, that this sort of upper body is connected to this four-legged, upper torso is connected to this four-legged, more animal-looking body shape.
Hmm.
And so you continue on around to the east.
Does it look anything like a manticore?
You don't see any wings.
Okay.
You don't see what looks like a mane or anything. It's definitely a hooded figure of some kind.
A manticore wear a hood.
They don't typically wear clothes. I mean,
Right,
it could.
Okay, just checking.
So you continue on to the east, up the rise, and cross. What?
Oh, sorry. Can I report how many singers there appear to be? How many people there appear to be in this circle?
There are close to 40.
All right.
Damn.
All right, Aaron. Close to 40 so far. All right.
And Lee and Finney make perception checks for me.
Okay.
And so as instead of just repeating, as I see things that you're describing, I'm trying to just speak out loud so that the people around me can hear and understand what's going on. That way they know.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay. So you continue. You
Yeah,
continue
so we
to
just
the east.
continue on.
Continue, but like blundering our way through.
It's gonna be
Okay,
fine.
nothing you can see here.
Yep.
You
La, la.
climb
Can I
the
ask a
rise.
question?
Yes.
If Aaron is looking through her eyes, should Aaron be doing perception checks as well?
I don't
I
think
would
he has
allow
any
it.
choice but to perceive. But
I
like,
would say perception
makes
check
sense.
with disadvantage, since
I'm
you're
trying
not
to get an
actively.
additional roll here.
Since you're,
I like that.
you're
I like that.
Oh, but it's disadvantage.
Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Another, yeah.
since you are at the whim of the
Wherever she's
where
looking.
Finney is looking,
Right.
Yeah.
I would
I'll
say
make
a
sure she's not-
disadvantage.
Yeah, just in case she's like looking like, oh, squirrel or
Yeah.
nut.
Right, another squirrel.
Oh,
Oh my.
True.
I'm
He
like,
blinked.
no, look up, look up, look.
Wow.
That's, yeah.
I can't see anything, just dirt.
Oh shit. Oh boy. Okay. All right. So
He was about to percept Finny like sneeze and close her little
Yep.
guys.
yep.
Those are the cute little. Jeez.
It was.
So you cross up and above
Yep.
this castle set into the hillside, climbing over the rocks and things, and continue on down to the other side, where you proceed down the hill, sticking to those things that can give some sort of cover on the way, and eventually you end up. I guess you're shooting for around that area. Ah, and
Where
she's
did
gone.
I go?
Yeah, and then heading north from that.
Oh my god, I can't even reach it.
Left.
I can't select it or anything.
Oh.
Can't either. Oh,
Hey,
there we go.
I just undid the move.
Oh, smart. Wow. What do we see with the
When
chipmunk
you
guy?
start getting to around this area, the music appears to reach some sort of crescendo, at which point it ceases except for a low sort of humming, another sort of harmony hum, with highs and lows, all hitting the same sort of even tone. And at this point, the curtains covering the entrance to this house open up. You guys can't see it from where you are, Finney and Lee, but the others can make it out from a distance from where they are.
And it's filled with babies.
It's filled with babies.
Aw.
Oh, Aaron. Oh my gosh.
The interior is very dark, and you cannot at all see what might be inside of it. But it looks like they're bringing a person up to
Sacrifice
closer
time.
to this entrance. Finney and Lee, go ahead and make another perception check for me.
Okey-doke. Crossing my fingers here. That's a little better. That's what I'm
There we
talking
go.
about. 25.
Redemption.
So Finney, you can just make out what the voice of someone speaking. It sounds like it might be coming from inside of the building.
Okay.
It's hard at this distance to make everything out, but you catch something about bringing in a new point of perfection in her name, in her life, in her honor. And then the other three of you still up in cover watching from a distance, you can see one of the villagers. There's the one that was brought forward that is down on their knees at this point. Another one comes up close to the entrance and seems to kind of reach in to take something, and then turns and comes back out holding what looks to be, it's very, very small. You cannot see what it is, but it's maybe the size of a small melon, holding it in both hands. And this person raises it up in the sky and brings it over to the person on their knees and brings it down and seems to place the object kind of on their arm or shoulder. And then everyone hears a scream, just a blood-curdling shriek that just carries, and then silence, and the singing begins up again, this more of a rhythmic sort of chant of these notes. And the person who screamed, they fell down on all fours, and then slowly they rise to their feet, and then there are cheers. Well, all the people, all 40, however many people that there are there, all just throw their hands up in celebration and begin to cheer wildly. And then they start to dance. The people playing the wind instruments begin to play a tune, and there's sort of this choreographed sort of party dance that they kind of break off into.
The person who shrieked, was it one of the singers, or was it the person who had the melon object placed on their arm?
Option 3, actually. It was a person. I mean, everyone was singing previously, but then this one person was singled out and brought forward. Another person got the melon-sized thing,
Okay.
placed it on the person, and then celebration.
So the shrieker who fell down and got back up is not the same person that received the melon-shaped object.
Correct.
Okay. Alrighty.
And
Did
once
the-
the dancing starts and everything, the curtains then are closed once again on this large building.
Did the melon recipient react to the shriek?
The melon recipient was the one who got the melon from the building.
No, the recipient, the person that the melon was placed upon.
That was the person who screamed. Yes.
Okay,
that
that
was
we
what I
were.
was asking.
Yeah. That's her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the person who shrieked and went down on all fours and got back up.
Somebody else got the melon, placed it upon the shrieker. The shrieker received said melon, shrieked, and stood back up, and now there was joy.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
That's exactly right.
Alrighty then.
I think it's boat time.
Get the hell out.
If it helps, because I know this part happened in the last game too, which you guys may have forgotten about, but this was something that you discovered back in the Legant house.
Oh yeah. What did we do with the dagger?
You took it.
Who has it?
My assumption is either you or Lee or Gareth.
Don't believe I have it.
I don't think I have it.
Perhaps Lee has it?
I don't see it in my inventory, but it's quite possible I just didn't add it.
We're going to decide. It would make most sense to give you a dagger.
As long as the baby manticore doesn't have it, we're fine.
And that might answer your question about the hook, Heidi, because that was something that happened the previous game.
Yes.
I can't believe you guys don't remember something that insignificant that happened 4 weeks ago or more.
I remembered finding the papers. I didn't remember the dagger.
Remember this at all. Carved piece of stick of into a figure of a woman in a cloak and hood, only her mouth and chin.
Which sounds like the people that are down there.
Yep.
Yeah.
All cloaky.
On
Does-
further inspection of the papers, was anything figured out? Or is that
It
just kind of what we
talks
got from the
about
papers?
exploring
Yeah?
the island and the ruins where we are currently, and that they were going to do more exploring.
Right.
These people are going to find out that Gareth is a family member, and they want him to become king.
Now,
Be like
um,
the
Well,
Ewoks and
that's a side
C-3PO.
quest.
was Ethan's body recovered, or was he just assumed dead because he stopped communicating with the world?
No, his body was never recovered.
Okay. So he
Then
might be
could
one of the
be
around here.
alive.
He would be, if he was still alive, he'd be in his 70s. He was 31 when he disappeared.
Wow, that's really young. Okay.
So we shouldn't rush in and just mass kill everybody until we make sure this isn't family.
Probably not.
Oh man, no.
Right?
rating.
Did the dagger look like there was another part that went to it, or did it look?
When you get back with the others, you can take a look at it.
Okay.
Unless you want to just roll randomly to see who's carrying it at the moment. We could do that.
No, I think Lee. Actually, Lee has it. So, We could look at it right now if we wanted to.
How are you going to tell her that you want to look at the dagger?
I'm gonna squeak at her and twitch my whiskers.
Come up and like situate yourself on the dagger handle.
Right.
Or maybe Lee notices that the dagger handle resembles the outfits of the people down there and decides to take it out and,
Yes.
and look at it.
I've been ruminating on it, like that's the whole time we've been making this half circle around. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey,
Make a investigation
this
check
thing
for me.
looks like that thing.
That's Barry's name.
Investigation. Ooh, not so good.
She slices her own throat by accident.
I just stand, I'm like glancing down at the handle of the sword, up at the banner, down at the sword, up at the banner. Nothing is connecting.
We have a clumsy thief. That's not a good combo.
But at least she's stealthy.
Like, I'm good at sneaking, I'm not good at thinking. Apparently.
Yeah, you don't determine anything unusual about the dagger itself. It
Just sees and goes,
seems.
it's so pretty.
Do we want Aaron to roll to see if he can see anything through my eyes of the dagger?
It would be slightly more difficult and with disadvantage, but yeah, he could try it.
I just, with it saying that it's thin and single-edged, I feel like there might be another piece to it, perhaps with a 4-footed top.
So I'm in here. I mouse over my skills, go down to perception, and it has a check mark. Now when I click on it, like it's not opening up the box to roll.
Weird.
But I also have check marks in front of insight and survival.
Those are the ones you have training or skill in, I think. Like extra in, but you should. Does it light up red when you hover over it?
Yeah, if I hover it, it turns red. But when I single click or double click, let me get back to.
Yeah, I think the check marks mean that you're skilled in it.
Like proficient or something.
Yeah.
Okay,
when
you know what? I went over to the landing page where my icon, where my character actually is, and now it's going to let me roll. So maybe that's why.
You have no way of getting this information back to Lee and Finney, Thoradin, but you think that you note, and I'll whisper it to you.
He doesn't trust us to pretend we don't know the information we're not supposed to know.
Mm-hmm.
If you can whisper, I mean, I would also tell Gareth and Lux. I'd be like, wait, I noticed this.
Damn right.
So, Finny, do you want to keep, like, skirting around the perimeter?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of wanted to get closer to the celebrants, or like take a look at their, like maybe we could go
Okay.
through
Like,
the camp
well,
here.
You do that. I'm gonna go over to this bush thing over here.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna hide in the bush. I love me some bush.
Okay. I can't move myself. Oh, is it because the game is paused?
Oh, probably.
It's because the game is paused.
Oh,
All right. Thank
There we
you.
go.
Ah, Lee just went right into the fire. Okay, so Lee's on fire now, still holding onto the dagger in a confused manner.
no, I'm like trying to be as inconspicuous as possible around this bush or tree.
So
that
what
I
are you
can-
trying to do
So
right
what
now?
I
Where are you trying
want
to get to?
Is I want to have like a relatively unobstructed view of like the circle area. I can also see at least the side of the building. so I can get a clearer view of what's happening in this general area, with hopefully without being noticed.
All right. Lee and Finney, give me stealth checks, please.
I'm not. Why? Why?
How close?
Man.
How close am I
Oh
to
God.
Lee?
You are a couple thousand feet away.
Oh wow, jeez, good. Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to just run up to her. Talk to her.
Unless
you're
you
back
guys
with
have
the
spent the
others.
time while they've been gone, slowly working your way closer towards the camp and the fortress.
But I think I've got to stay fairly focused on my beast sense. So unless someone was blind walking me, probably not. Although I could tell Gareth, or I could tell Lex, to have a message and walk and give it to them.
Yeah.
Lee, at one point, you kind of take a little bit of a stumble and you kick. There was a rock that sort of broke free when you stepped on it, and it clatters down into sort of this little gappy area in the ground, makes a little bit of noise, and you see that there are a couple of the people over in the dance area stopping and kind of looking your direction like they saw something, maybe. What do you do?
Wait a second. I seem to recall I have some sort of ability because of my race. I recall having a feature. Yes. So, I have a feature called Mask of the Wild, where I can attempt to hide even when I'm only lightly obscured by foliage,
Oh,
heavy
shit.
rain, snow, mist, or other natural phenomena. You can attempt to hide even when you are only lightly obscured.
That's pretty
So that gives you ability to find cover, even if cover would not be readily available to
Yeah,
other
or
things.
there's a little bit of something there, and this gives me that extra boost I need to not be.
I will let you,
visible.
because of that, I will let you roll once more on your stealth check, like you were rolling
Okay.
with advantage.
Okay. Come on.
You kind of duck down, and you get as low as possible, and the people are still looking your direction, but they're not coming over your way yet. So you feel like you kind of just want to hang there for a second, just to see what happens, without making any sudden movements or anything. Meanwhile, Finney, what is your goal down there? What are you doing?
So my goal is to kind of take a look through the camp areas and see what I see in terms of long-termness, and because that's a word, and if there are any other people or arms, or what does it look like, a camp, a religious camp or a military camp, or what kind of stuff am I seeing?
The tents and structures look like they've been here for some time.
I'm
Not
looking for
certainly,
weapons.
not
I'm
as
keeping my eye out for weapons.
not as far back as these earlier foundations and portions of wall left over from well before that. But these tents and things, they look like they've been here for a while. Most of them, it looks like they've been actively lived in for a while. They're similar to the huts. They are made from just a mix of different materials. None of it is in good condition, but it's in, like, the quality. They're not top of the line tents, they're sort of put together with found things, and you don't see like weapons laying about.
Okay.
There's a fair amount of religious symbolism. There are a number of wind chime totems made from bone, and you note that, and you kind of saw it when you were crossing over top of the castle and you're coming back down the other side, but between the camp area and the fortress itself, there is a statue about maybe 10 or 11 feet long, made of, it looks like some sort of four-legged animal of some kind, with sort of dirty cloth draped over top of it, and it's overlooking the village itself, between the village and the castle.
Dirty cloth. Does it look like the dirty cloth is there to obscure the creature, the statue, or to decorate it?
It looks more like a decoration than obscurement.
Weird. Okay. And given the extent of my travels, do I recognize the types of tent, with the found objects, or do I recognize anything?
It looks like flotsam to you. It looks like a lot of the stuff that isn't like clearly just taken from resources on the island itself. It looks like stuff that washed up on a beach or
Hey.
off of a ship. What?
That's my name.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like found stuff
Yeah.
that would come up on shore off of shipwrecks or that sort of thing.
Okay. And that there's nothing that I recognize in terms of style or anything.
Human influenced.
Okay.
Other than that, no specific culture
Okay.
is sort of symbolized through how the tents were built or anything like that.
Okay. Alrighty. And did you say that all the people were at the ceremony? Wasn't anybody lingering at the tents or anything?
You have not yet seen anyone else not at the Dance Party USA.
Okay. Alrighty. And I take a little peek as I go by in the other two buildings.
Okay.
What do I see?
Like you're going into the building, or are you just
peeking.
looking
Just
at the
peeking.
building as you go by?
Looking at or into if there's any kind of opening or window.
There are no windows on any of the three huts, but there are plenty of gaps in the walls to where you could potentially just kind of find a spot where you can stick your little chipmunk head in and peek through if you want.
I do so.
You find a hole and peek your little chipmunk head through. It's dark on the inside, completely unlit, though there are enough gaps and whatnot that there's a fair amount of light coming through, since it's daytime and everything. And it looks like some sort of communal, not really a barracks, but just a communal sleeping area. There's a number of sort of, sleeping pads and bedrolls and that sort of thing, sort of scattered about. Just looks like some sort of a living dwelling, maybe used by, either during storms, or if they have any sort of rank or hierarchy in the village, maybe people who are a little bit higher up get to sleep in the huts rather than the tents.
Okay. So
Maybe
does the other little hut look the same? The medium-sized hut?
Go ahead and make another stealth check for me.
Okie dokie. I am wincing. Oh,
I know
boy.
they would not take kindly to.
And you are... I wonder what the...
I'm behind the medium-sized building.
Well, you'd be doing it with a chipmunk's dexterity, not Finney's dexterity, so... Let's see what... A squirrel has a dex of 13, which gives you a +1. So you got a 4. and you are spotted as you come around. Before you can get behind this hut, someone in the dance party does spot you and point, and
goes, "Oh,
He-
look, a chipmunk."
Yeah.
tells someone
and I
else-
take my little chipmunk tail and I skitter around and frolic in a chipmunk manner.
they look like they're debating for a second whether they want to try to hunt you
Mm-hmm.
for food, but
I suck my gut in.
they seem to be more intent on doing the dance party thing, so
Mm.
you think you're okay.
Run
But
for
I better
cover.
not act suspicious.
This
I'm
other
try not
hut,
to look tasty.
Right.
this other hut seems to hold a selection of supplies, bags and barrels and chests of various sizes and things, all sort of piled up along the walls and on the floor. So some sort of storeroom.
Do they also look rather like they washed up on a beach, or do they look a bit more well preserved?
No, they also look like they
Hmm.
may have washed up on a
Okay.
beach.
Okay. So I'm going to come back around behind here, keeping big building between me and the revelers, and try to peek in a crack in the big building. Whoops, there we go. Let's go behind it. Why won't... Oh, because I can only go square by square. All right, I'd like to be right behind it, but
Okay.
I can't put my pointer there.
The first thing you note is the hot, moist air kind of issuing out of the hole
Is it
that
Dayton
you
last week?
approach. Is it what?
Dayton last week?
Kind of Dayton last week,
Oh
except
god, it's so humid.
Disgusting.
except a little bit more, even more organic.
Mm.
You can actually hear as you approach the sound of really heavy, slow breathing, and you can't get a good look at the shape when you look in. All you know is that, and you're having trouble kind of figuring it out in your head. The best that you can see is it's this mass of flesh, maybe about
Massive
8 or
flesh.
9 feet tall. It has these sort of thick tree trunk like legs. It's sitting on a pedestal, and sitting is not so much. It's resting atop of a wooden platform or pedestal. The area above the waist appears to be 3 human torsos fused together at 3 angles like a triangle, and 4 of the 6 arms are kind of small and misshapen, while the other 2 are larger and more normal size as far as sized correctly for the torso. And then atop these 3 fused torsos is a head. It's facing away from you, so you can't make out any details or anything. But this creature is alive. He or she appears to have a couple of villagers tending to it, wiping it down with these soiled, damp cloth, pieces of cloth. And
I am one grossed out chipmunk right now.
and there's these sort of growths, particularly one sort of large fresh one on the back of one of its shoulders, that you can see a little bit more clearly. And it's weird because it's sort of the shape and texture of a brain, but it has these sort of almost insect-like limbs reaching out and grasping a hold of its skin with this kind of long yellowish tendril going up to the right ear, of the thing,
Oh
and sort
my
of this
God.
tendril sort of going into the ear of it. And it has other kind of oddly shaped growths on other parts of its body too. But the main things that you take away.
What do I roll to avoid throwing up?
Right. I mean, I am like
Constitution saving
involuntarily
throw.
backing away.
I'm just sitting there going, yuck.
Okay. I back away and then I take a deep breath before I even try to rejoin the troop because holy shit. Oh my
It-
God.
The closest
horrifying
thing
and gross.
that you have gotten seeing something this unnatural was in the Chaos Complex in Cyranor when that rift to the Abyss opened up.
This
What
thing
From what I
Though
saw,
you
can I-
don't
can I
get
the
you don't
feeling-
get from this thing, you don't get a sense of otherworldliness. It seems very physical, very real. There were no like signs of overt magic things happening, like no portals or glowy things. It just
Does it
seemed
look
like
surgical, like Frankenstein pieced together, or something that grew naturally, or not naturally, but I mean grew organically.
it did not seem surgical. You didn't see any scars or sutures or anything like that.
Does it look mobile at all? Like it could get up and move?
Possibly. It was hard to tell.
Okay.
It did seem very ungainly and heavy.
Okay. Okay. I'm just my brain immediately goes like, if I have to kill this thing, well, how would I do it? So its mobility may factor into how I attack that.
Oh my God.
Its
golden
head
tendril.
seemed kind of like a normal human-sized head. It was just placed atop this trio of torsos with 6 limbs and then these really heavy trunk-like legs down at the bottom.
And no one recognizes this creature in any way?
Also almost entirely nude. There may have been some cloth stuff happening around the waist, but otherwise it had not a stitch of clothing on it. And what was your question, Melissa?
So happy.
No one
about that.
recognizes this as being some sort of creature that is known. This is just some sort of awful.
Neither Finney nor Thor didn't recognize it as being anything that they've seen or heard of before.
Frankenstein's creature.
As I pass Lee, I squeak at her urgently and twitch my whiskers towards the group and head back towards the group.
Okay.
And try to control my chipmunk nausea.
All right, Lee, give us one more stealth check as you try to depart the
All right.
immediate area.
Please don't suck.
A little better.
Thank you.
Whew. All right, the people who thought may have spotted you before, they have returned to the celebration, so you managed to slip away without being seen again as far as you know. And you eventually both of you make it back to the other 3.
All right, I'm going to snap out of my beast sense and start
Lux,
to
you
describe
are-
what I saw.
I'm not going to change back yet, just in case you guys need anything else from me. I'll let Aaron do the talking.
Let me know when Lee gets back to me.
They both make it back.
We right back, I guess, at the same
Okay,
time.
so I say, Lee, let's look at your dagger a second.
Okay.
I think it can come. I think it can come apart. Check the handle.
Okay, I take it out and examine it to see if there's any I don't know, any sort of like break or seaming or something.
You do notice a spot that you hadn't noticed before, that if you sort of push in and turn in a certain way, you can remove the entire handle from the blade and pommel, and inside of it is a metal key sort of
Ooh.
attached to the handle. That kind of goes down into a hollow spot within the dagger itself, within the blade. But you pull it out and you see it's a metal key.
Okay. So, I guess maybe like Gareth, does this trigger anything for you?
Triggered.
Are you like Don Jr.? Are you so triggered?
Does it? I mean, I assume it's something that if it belonged to my grandfather, I probably haven't seen it before.
I don't know,
The dagger and the key doesn't look like anything that you have seen before. No.
no, like family stories about like secret, I don't know,
Have we come
buildings or
across anything on
chambers.
the island? Does anybody recall coming across anything on the island that we didn't have a key for?
Was there anything down? No?
What is being doodled on the side of the map there?
I don't know, but are you trying to draw a picture of our creature?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Difficult with a mouse.
Yeah. It doesn't look as horrifying.
It won't
outlined
be
in
because
blue
I'm
like
not a
that.
good artist, but
What?
that's if it was sitting down.
Oh, those are the little arms, not the legs. Okay.
And those are the other arms on the back.
Lord.
Yeah, it's almost like a starfish with, with the six radial arms, like the three torsos kind of fused together. He's sitting down here, so this is like a thing that he is sitting on.
Okay.
Yeah, it
So,
gave
like,
off
I don't
it gave off
know.
more of a male vibe than a female vibe.
It was smelly.
It's crazy.
Ah,
Has Gareth ever heard about anything like this happening before on this island from
I hope
like
that's not Grandpa.
I was gonna say, does Grandpa have spider growths coming out of his back? Brain spiders.
Do I
Is there
know?
some
Does Grandpa
heretofore,
Brain Spider?
unmentioned like Chernobyl nuclear power plant that is causing
Right.
this to happen?
As a matter of fact, he is a Chernobyl thing. No, he's not.
Are those
Not
toes? Oh
Yeah,
my
they're supposed to be-
god.
It's supposed to be little
Terrifying.
Oh
toesies.
my god, that's
Gosh.
terrible.
So this is what the chipmunk draws in the sand, in the dust at your feet. Wow. It's a handsome three-person person with elephantiasis of the legs.
I know he's got gray hair.
Is that the smelliness?
That's the heat. That's the biological heat.
Oh, the moist heat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow. Oh my
Lovely.
god.
Absolutely lovely.
How
If
tall
I
would
wasn't in
you-
love with you before, Alex, I am totally in love with your creative mind now.
Mhm.
How
Oh.
tall
Like,
would
this
I
is
guess
some,
that
like,
you could put up?
Upsetting like body horror stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty scary shit. I mean, you've got a lot going on there. The erupting brain things, plus spider legs, plus things going into an ear. I mean, there's a lot of phobias here. Tiny
I'm
little
thinking this
limbs.
thing needs to get out of its misery.
Yeah.
I mean, that's assuming that it's at the mercy of whatever these other people are doing.
It may be quite
We
the
don't
other way
know.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know if it's making the people serve it or if they are doing something to it.
Yeah.
Did it
Yeah.
look to be in pain or anything? Could you tell?
I was in pain. I mean, my eyes were in pain. Was that something I would have noted, Alex? It
It
didn't really seem to be moving. It was.
It wasn't
mean, it
shackled or
was-
anything.
It was not shackled.
It wasn't trying to
it-
get away.
It wasn't like you didn't hear any audible signs of being in pain or discomfort. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
groaning or
There was no urgency.
owie. Yeah, it just
But it
seemed
wasn't barking orders either.
not while Finney was looking at it. No.
Wow.
Hmm. And what did we notice as far as like weapons? Like how many weapons? Did everybody have one? What kind of weapon?
You really didn't note weapons of any kind.
Okay.
I mean, there were a couple of spears. You know, they being a village, you know, they would have to hunt in some capacity. So there were some more primitive type weaponry, but they weren't like outfitted for war or anything
So
like
they're
that.
not warriors per se, but they could be it could be magic, all magic based.
Yeah. magecraft is quite possible, especially with
Okay.
some sort of awful creation like that.
Can our arcane folks do like test for magic?
Yeah.
Get a vibe from that?
There is a range on that sort of thing. I think the range for detect magic is 30 feet.
Wow.
Oh, that's too
That is
close.
not very far.
I want to know if these people, like, did they come here?
I want to know if that's
Like,
Grandpa.
do they live here? Like, I mean, it's obvious they've been here at least for a little while because they've scavenged all this stuff.
Yeah,
So what do you?
it's a
what
mystery.
do you want to do?
And grandfather did mention specifically the castle as well, which you
So, like,
You
I'm
haven't.
assuming, I mean, I have a hunch that this key is possibly for something in that castle.
That would be
Seems
my
like a
guess
reasonable
as
thought.
well.
So, like, we're gonna need to go back there.
So where is the castle again relative to where they all are?
It's, like, over in this area.
Okay.
Up
Could we
built
like
into the
skirt
hillside.
around and go check the castle out without interrupting whatever
We'll
creepy
go
shit
some
they got
long
going
way
on down here?
around, back behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel like if you approach from directly north and kind of, came down around the ridge line, you'd be fairly capable of keeping yourselves concealed.
Okay,
It seems fairly reasonable.
let's do that.
I like that.
I'll be out front.
Do we want to wait till?
Oh, till like
Nighttime?
nightfall?
Would that help us?
And
Or do we
what
feel-
have you been what did we decide you were going to be feeding the manticore?
We had procured wild goats. We caught wild goats. that
That's
were
right.
Lactating.
Yeah, I forgot about the
Right,
goats.
the lactating goat.
Also a good
That I
band
did
name.
not
Write that down.
Title your
So-
porno.
Lactating goats. Greatest of all time.
Oh my God.
Okay, so is there anything you want to do first, or do you want to immediately sort of go off to the east and then approach the castle from the north?
Hey, honey?
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I was trying to honey Lily.
Oh,
What time of day are we at right now?
Okay.
about 10 o'clock a.m.
In the morning?
Still pretty early in the day.
And they're already partying.
I think it's time for second breakfast.
So
11
they
days.
seem, I mean, they're pretty intent down there. I feel like
Yeah.
after dark, we're really not going to be able to see what's going on either.
Or most of us have night vision, don't we?
I do,
don't.
but Gareth doesn't.
Oh, okay.
But if
I
they're
dark
busy
vision.
partying, that might make it easier to sneak past them.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got pretty good stealth, so I'm fine with going now.
We can just get back to a definite safe distance. Like, you
Yeah.
know, if we're 1,000 yards off, they're not gonna see us at all, probably,
Right.
unless they have scouts. So I mean, like maybe we just. what do
Are we
think
able
would
to
be
stay under cover, Alex, if we go the long way around?
Yeah. I mean, there's enough sort of ground cover and rocky terrain and stuff to
Lux,
use as
can I ride
cover.
on your shoulder since I'm still a chipmunk? Lux?
Ooh, no answer.
I know, I guess she doesn't care
I'm
about
sorry,
me.
what?
Can I ride on your shoulder since I'm still a chipmunk?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely. Crawling
thank
up.
you. Scurry. Thank you.
You should ride the baby manticore.
Oh, that's true. She's already carrying a baby. Maybe she doesn't want more.
No,
I don't
I'm
think-
okay. A chipmunk's irrelevant.
Okay.
In that scale of. And the manticore baby can walk.
I didn't realize we're bringing this. We have a baby manticore with us.
Yeah, we do. Hopefully they're not too vocal.
I thought we left him. Okay,
I thought we left it behind.
I thought we
Did
left
we?
him in the little
No. How
little
can you leave a
cave.
baby behind?
It's a freaking manicore.
Yeah. How are we gonna
I
take it
mean,
with
I
us?
don't know.
I mean, I think Lux wants a manicore. Didn't we say that having a trained manicore would be like totally badass every
I'm
battle?
all. Oh, I'm not for leaving them behind permanently.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I figured we were going to go back to the house. I just thought we were going to throw him in that little pit in that little room where he.
Yeah.
All alone?
Okay, and leave the goats in there, and that way it can either have milk or meat. Depends on how it's feeling.
I
how
mean, they're
much-
intelligent creatures, right? How
Yeah.
fast do manicores grow up? I mean, the adults spoke.
Yeah.
I just
Well, I mean,
I actually worked all
could-
that out.
Oh my God, you're-
Um,
I love it.
like we're only leaving them for maybe a day. I mean, it's not going to die in a
But
day.
I'm just curious as to what they're like, how
Mature age
quickly
date.
they mature. Would they
Here-
understand?
Here
Go
is
ahead.
the growth cycle of a manticore.
Oh, Alex.
Goodness. Where,
That's just
where
not
are you
opening
showing
his
us this?
eyes.
Where are you showing us this?
So it can't
In
even
Foundry.
crawl
4
yet.
days after birth, it crawls.
So it
Wait,
can't even
oh, so
crawl
its
yet.
eyes aren't even open yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
So
it's
it's-
just like
okay.
It's
I'm
All
fine.
right. Well, then,
Or
yeah, we
lump
could have
crawl.
very carefully tucked it in and nestled it in with things that smell like us and the goats, and it would not know the difference.
so then we're like, don't eat us when we come back.
Yeah, I mean, it's what? How much time's actually passed? Not our.
I mean, we left this morning and it's still 10 a.m.
Yeah, it's only
So
since
yeah, it's not even
yesterday.
crawling. Its eyes aren't open. So yeah, before we left, we tucked it in and left
Fed
it
it.
very caged in, fed him, and made sure that lots of things that smell like us are with him. And previous to us leaving, I spent lots of time with it to imprint upon the baby.
Okay.
I wasn't reading it super carefully, and I read speaking is spanking.
Spanking. Yeah. Spanking begins after 8 months.
Watch out! Don't bend over.
Oh my god. Yeah, and it's a baby. It's gonna sleep like 20 hours of the 24-hour day.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good as long as we go home soon.
Yeah.
Sure.
Should we?
Plus,
should we
Somebody
go
has
back
to make it
feed
back.
and then
Wrong.
go? Do we have time to go? Say we go back, feed the manicore again, and then take the long way around.
That's
Well,
only
you-
10 o'clock.
Yeah, all you
so-
got is time. It just depends on how long their little dance party celebration lasts.
Yeah. Why don't we check out the fortress and then go back or something?
Okay. We come back and the manicores starve to death.
Great.
The goats ate it.
The goats were drinking manicore milk.
As terrible as it is, that's not entirely
No,
goats
it is
will
not.
eat anything.
It's true. That is true.
You have the goats roped in such a way to where they're physically. I mean, it wouldn't matter if they're close enough anyway because it can't crawl, so it doesn't really matter where you keep the goats, honestly. Okay, so your plan is going back to the Legant house, checking on things, and then going to sneaking around to the castle, or are you going to do the castle first?
I think everyone decided they wanted to do castle first.
Okay.
Yeah, unless we just want somebody to run back quick and check on the baby and then come back and we'll prep, we'll stage where we want to be. Unless you want to do something like that and do both.
I mean, I'm not especially maternal or whatever, but
I'm
might-
feeling pretty maternal about that baby.
okay, fine.
You're
I was gonna say,
faster than me
whoever
though.
has
If you want to
the
check.
fastest speed.
Yeah, no, I that's what I'm saying. If you offered, I'd be thrilled because you're faster than me.
Yeah, I'll go. I don't especially care, but like everybody else cares, so like by that transitive property, I'll care a little bit.
You fed the baby for me and gave it its
Yeah.
teddy. Okay, so now we're
I
going. The
give it
baby's
its
not going to starve to death.
Pinky. And I'm like, don't eat us.
Well, eventually, you guys, as a group, make your way sort of the long way around and then cut down south, sticking to as much cover as you can, and you seem to get there without any difficulty. As you begin to approach the front of the castle, you begin to hear sort of resonating. You don't really hear it with your ears. You kind of more like feel it. but there's some sort of kind of a sing-song kind of tone that gets more prominent the closer you get to the castle.
That's concerning.
And the front of the castle itself is a pair of, and you're only looking at it at a distance right now, but there are these very large, they look like they're made out of metal, these double front doors, which are flanked by a pair of towers, one on either side, with a lot of rocks and debris that had fallen down from above. And the the front of the castle goes up probably a good 70-80 feet, and these towers reaching up, at least the front of the towers are sort of these half circles, flanking the doors in the front of the place.
I'm at 90%.
Yeah, me too.
Same.
And Gareth, you need a light of some kind.
There
We'll
we are.
just give you that.
So I just
We
get
all
a small
start out.
amount of light.
Are we inside?
The part that you're in right now is outside. This is a part. The
Okay.
ground is probably at nice at one point. You can still kind of make out the cobblestone underneath the collected dirt and stuff that has built up over the years. The fortress itself appears to be very old, hundreds, if not thousands of years old. It's been here a while.
I feel at home.
Are there like a lot of I don't know, like windows or maybe even
You
just
can move.
openings where like people might be stationed to like be posted with their bow and arrow ready to shoot or whatever?
You don't get a feeling of lived-inness or activity. There are some arrow slits in the towers. It's all dark inside. Impossible to tell if anyone or anything is actually in there.
Can we see like any footprints or signs that people have been around there lately? He said it was like dirty and dirt on the ground.
Yeah, disturbed dust.
Oh yeah, you can definitely make a perception check.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
someone
I poked my own eyeballs out. I guess
Is
because
Minnie still a chipmunk?
I am. Apparently, I couldn't see anything past Lux's hair. I like, yeah.
I
Damn.
perceived.
There is some foot traffic that's pretty apparent in the ground, but it all seems to end about where you're standing.
Ooh,
You don't-
I want
you
to
don't-
check for traps.
I
You
was
don't
gonna
see
say, maybe
anything
checking
at
for
this
traps
point.
would-
At this point, closer to the door, you don't see any sort of signs of recent activity.
So it's mostly like trick or treaters.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
I want to check for traps. Is that another perception check?
It is.
Okay.
You do not see anything that would indicate any sort of mechanism or trap of any kind from where you
Like,
we're
there's
currently
nothing.
standing.
So there's nothing super duper obvious.
Right.
I'm pretty agile. I
So
don't.
then we
mind.
don't get a feeling that these people are using this castle.
Right.
Interesting.
So they're just camped out in front of it.
The doors, now that you're a little bit closer, are made of metal. You can tell that from here. outer facade is very old and crumbling, but it is still solid looking. The doors are large and heavy with what looks like sculpted scenes worked into the door itself. Ancient figures at court and tournaments. That sort of thing.
I'm feeling bold. I'm gonna walk up to the doors
All right.
and see if they are locked.
You reach out to the handle, give it a tug. It does not move.
Alright, I get out my knife key.
All right. There does appear to be a keyhole that seems to be about of similar size and shape, and in fact, the two sort of pieces on either door where the handle and the keyhole are worked into the same sort of form that the dagger is, except instead of a hooded female, it's actually it's a woman not in a hood, sort of straight hair, short bangs, sort of
Carved
this
into the door?
figure carved, yeah, also metal as part of the ornamentation around where the handles and the keyhole are.
What kind of check would it be to see if I can connect these dots in any way?
You don't have to roll for that. I mean, it's pretty clear
Okay.
that you don't know if it is the same woman. It looks similar. It looks of similar like artistry
Want to know,
and
like, with all of these clues that you've helpfully laid out for us, if I would try again with, I don't know, like a history or a religion check to see if any of it.
oh, you want to check to see if if there's anything about the island that you know of that may ring a bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, with all of these hooded and not hooded figures and what have you.
Well, you can make a history
Now
check.
that- Okay.
I think I might try that too.
Okay.
No, that was going well and then didn't.
That's all right. Lee
well.
helps you out.
Yeah.
She does recall that back in the 5th era, during what was known as the Thakor dynasty, that this island was inhabited at the time by a husband and wife who presided over the town that sat outside of the castle long ago. The name, it was something like Baratos or something similar was their surname, and you remember that the husband was some sort of adventurer at the time who was really famous,
Fine.
and his wife was a sage of some kind or a scientist, and at some point they died. At some point something happened. Eventually the Thakor dynasty dissolved and didn't exist anymore, but you know that was a thing on this island in the past, and we're talking like 5th dynasty was over 1,500 years ago, so it was a while ago.
So old AF.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love you too.
So after I communicate this revelation I've had, I will try unlocking the door. See if I can gain admittance.
You hold the key up and you start to put it in the hole, and then it's almost like it's magnetized, and the key is just kind of sucked out of your fingers and goes into the keyhole and turns on its own, and you hear a series of latches and mechanisms sort of unlock, and the door creeps slowly open, dragging gravel and cobblestone and dirt with it. So it's this grindy sort of metal on stone sound, and it opens
nobody
up.
notices.
It opens up just like 2 or 3 inches. It's not very loud. It's not like loud enough to resonate like down the valley or anything. But you guys are standing right next to it, so it seems, impressive to you. But and it just opens up like 2 or 3 inches, and then stops. And there's sort of this small gust of dry air that comes out once the gap opens up, and this what can best be described as death fart smell.
Death fart?
Death fart.
I mean, that's kind of a thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I live with boys. It definitely is.
It's like
Or then
it's like
don't
a
bodies expel anything they've been holding on to?
The actual death
Yeah.
fart. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Believe me. Believe
Yeah.
me.
it is a dry death fart.
Oh boy.
And it
boy,
is
yeah.
now just about 4 o'clock, so we should probably stop there so
Oh, gosh, yes. we
Aaron
don't
can
want
do his thing.
On that note, let's pause.
Right.
Yep.
On the death
Pause,
fart
write a death
note.
fart.
We're gonna
Yeah.
continue our death fart
It's
adventure.
death,
Brown note, so to
I
speak.
just recovered from the 6-armed
Yes.
man, and now we have death farts. Okay.
Dry death
You're
fart.
really making up for
So-
lost time this week, Alex. I have to say.
Yep.
Yeah, he
I
has
both love it and don't love it.
The pinnacle of my
Fascinated and
creative
horrified.
expression. The pinnacle of my creative expression is the dry death fart. So I'm glad I could
So,
bring
Aaron,
you along
are
with
you,
me.
Retrieving children?
It's oozing.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah, that too.
That too. Those little things. All right. Bye.
All right, man. I'll see you in a bit.
All right.
Show starts in 8 minutes. Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. We promise to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go! Show starts in 7 minutes.
It's refreshment time, folks.
Taste that beats the others cold. Pepsi pours it on. Taste that beats the others cold. Pepsi pours it on.
Yum, yum. It's a meal in itself. Our all-meat super dog. Enjoy one now. Show starts in 6 minutes.
As everyone knows, rainbows usually have a treasure at the end. Let's follow this one and see if we can find the pot of gold.
Father, and I suppose you've come to claim me treasure.
Well, we'd like to see the gold first.
Faith, and there's better than gold in here, me lad. No, just look here, no.
Candy, refreshing soft drinks, popcorn, ice cream. Well, that's some treasure, but anyone can buy luscious treats like these at the snack bar.
You don't tell me. Do you suppose you could get me a job as a snack bar attendant?
Show starts in 5 minutes.
We're happy to have you with us this evening and want you to enjoy every minute of your stay here.
And while you relax and stretch, visit our concession where you'll find something to please you. There are ice-cold drinks, delicious sandwiches, ice cream, coffee and snacks, and many other pleasing treats. Our foods are fresh and tasty, our drinks satisfying and refreshing. They're so good.
You get more out of life when you go out to a movie. Show starts in 4 minutes.
Visit our snack bar and treat yourself to some delicious Castleberry's pit-cooked barbecue sandwiches. Cook the Castleberry way, slowly over open pits of glowing charcoal, then seasoned with a sauce that's zesty, yet delightfully mild to please the entire family. Also at the snack bar, you'll find popcorn and soft drinks and candy and French fries to go with your Castleberry's barbecue sandwiches. There's plenty of time before the movie starts, so visit our snack bar right now for Castleberry's pit-cooked barbecue sandwiches.
Still plenty of time to come and be served at the refreshment center before showtime. Show starts in 3 minutes. Show starts in 2 minutes.
Your attention, please. All new hotshot electric in-car heaters have been installed for your comfort and convenience. Just insert heater through car window and turn on the switch. When leaving, please turn switch off and replace on speaker post. Warning, high voltage. For your own safety, do not attempt to repair or remove wires. Do not attempt to open heater unit. If you need assistance, please notify the theater box office or concession manager.
Show starts in 1 minute. Please remember to replace the speaker on the post when you leave the theater. And now, on with the show.
News. I'm like, okay. Oh, yay. Somebody passed a gallstone.
Someone procreate again.
So when I make my new social media service that features nothing but gallstones, I should not send you an invite, is what you're saying.
Right.
Can I get a page to only gallstones?
You know, I bet you can.
You probably could Google that, yeah. Oh, jeez.
Hashtag no one yuck my yum.
Alright, welcome back to the land of dry death farts.
Dry death
I
farts
feel like
it
I
is.
never left.
So the door has creaked open just a skosh, just a hair.
It's
What do you
wee
do,
little
Lee?
bit.
Let's
Check for
see.
traps.
Yes, I will check again for any traps.
Of course, now the door's open. It's a little late for that, but
Yeah, well, not that
uh,
I perceived anything anyway, so like whatever.
you're pretty sure that the door is not trapped.
I mean, I feel like they're checking on the other side of the door is equally important.
You have to actually
have-
be. Yeah, you're gonna have to actually open the door
Okay.
and get access to the other side of it to be able to check in that area.
Yeah, for an 8, probably she's just confident that the door's open.
I think door's open, guys.
Open
it.
Like I have dark vision up to 60 feet. Like, can I see anything like through that 3-inch opening?
What you see is the interior of the castle. There appears to be a 10-foot wide hallway going to up is not north compass wise, but we'll just say up is north for this. The hallway is going 10 feet wide to the east and the west, and then directly ahead to the north, it's a sort of a big open 20-foot wide passage that extends just into darkness to the north. So you really can't see. I mean, you could see a little bit. It just sort of just fades into darkness after, well past where your dark vision ends, as do the 10-foot wide hallways to the left and the right, the east and the west. You don't see anything. There's scattered debris, lots of stone and dirt and rotted wood, but you don't see any sort of movement or other than that low grade sort of back of your head musical note sort of playing back there. You don't see or you don't hear anything else at the moment.
So would I be able to notice maybe any signs of like disturbance if anyone else has been in here at all?
It seemed like the door hadn't been open in a very, very, very long time.
Okay. I don't know. Who would want to come and help me try and like push this door open?
I will do it.
A little bit.
So that sounds like a feat of strength.
I'll stand aside.
Alright, give me a strength check, Thornton. And kiss those guns before you pull the trigger.
Oh my god.
You have to make noise for it to be,
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't enough. I let a death fart.
All right,
Oh,
looks like Lee may have been giving an assist,
Second
which means you
death
get
fart.
advantage on the roll. So go ahead and roll a second time, Thornton.
There you go.
Even with my ineffectual
one
strength
fingertip.
ability.
Yeah.
I'm like
It's just that
pushing
little
him
bit.
like on his shoulder, like,
Sometimes
come
moral
on.
support is really all you need.
So it looks like your first roll was a 10 plus 4 is a 14. We'll say that's just enough to work the door open a bit more, so you can get about maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet of clearance there in the
That's
gap
plenty of room for me.
to get inside.
I'd be able to like slide my way in.
Does it smell more farty in there?
The dry death fart smell is definitely coming from the inside of the castle, so
Oh boy.
it's,
Coming from inside the house.
the call is coming from inside the
That
house.
can't be a good thing,
No.
given what y'all witnessed.
Yeah, I'm kind of like feeling a little PTSD over here in my chipmunk form.
There's a
So-
part of me in the back of my mind that I'm like, we're just leaving all of that behind us. I think we don't want to confront it.
Yep. I'm just worried they're going to want to send a chipmunk in there to check things out.
not a bad idea.
Oh shit! I should.
I'm willing to step in if she if she
I'll
looks for
come
traps
with
and doesn't see
you.
anything.
Yeah, I'll go in first and check for traps.
I'm just gonna hang back here and hold my breath for a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there we go. Huh.
I'm really
You're
cursing
left.
my sensitive nose right now.
Okay, and then I will
Bit of the
set for traps. Please let this not suck. Oh, that sucks.
Shit.
Good news, guys. There's definitely no traps.
Nothing to see.
Can anyone else check for traps? Like, is that
I'll step in one more
know, is it-
square. So if someone else wants to come in behind me and also try.
Is checking for traps a perception thing, Alex?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
The funny
try to.
thing is, like, does she realize that she doesn't know that she rolled bad, or does
Oh
she...
Jesus! Never mind. Never mind.
We're all just a bunch of dumbos.
We're
Some
just
of one
gonna
of those things where you don't know what you don't know.
gonna fall
We're
right
just
through the
gonna
door.
blunder our
Everything's
way in
fine.
there. Heck yeah.
The coast is clear.
What could possibly go wrong?
I'm just gonna follow in behind them.
To answer the previous question, anyone can check for traps with a perception check. The disarming said trap requires a bit more finesse. So it looks like Lee, Finney, and Thornton have crossed the threshold into the inner hallway.
The fart
With
dome.
Gareth behind. Lux, what are you doing?
Following along. You see a dark. I'm checking my features and traits right now to see if there's anything. Oh, I should have remembered this. Remember when we did history checks? It's apparently supposed to add twice my proficiency bonus.
Oh.
In certain circumstances.
Well, you technically got a success between you and Lee, so.
Yeah.
But for next time, we'll definitely keep that in mind.
See, it says I have
So, following along.
proficiency in perception skills, but my rolls tell me otherwise.
Yeah.
I call shenanigans.
Relatable. I still have a game pause thing floating in mine.
Yeah. Just popped up.
Yeah, so one question, once we get in here, guys, do we want to close the door behind us so as not to alert the people outside? That we
I think
got
that
in?
is a very smart decision. I am
sounds like
very
a very
glad
good
that we have
plan.
you with
I
us.
wonder if perhaps we shouldn't close it all the way lest we lock ourselves in, and perhaps leave it ever so slightly ajar.
That sounds reasonable.
I'm glad I have such smart human beings to play this game with.
I'm like, this comes from years of like breaking in and stealing shit and killing people.
Damn, Jackie,
You or
there's
your
a lot I didn't know
character?
about you.
I contain multitudes.
Something
Right.
dragging in. Oh, I hear that, or everybody hears that?
That was a private message to you, so
Okay.
Okay.
now everyone knows.
Penny shared.
Squeak, squeak. I become Vinny again because otherwise I can't let them know. Guys, I hear something ahead. There's something dragging
Which
across
way
the
is
ground ahead. I'm
Ahead.
assuming straight ahead of the door, straight like north of the door.
Okay.
It just says ahead.
They're towards the edge of your dark vision, and this is for everyone with dark vision. Gareth doesn't see this, but down towards the corner of a wall up ahead, roughly in this area, you see that blue
like a
circle?
butt.
Yep.
Looks
It
like
does
a
kind
butt.
of. That was an
I thought
accidental
the
butt.
letter B, but okay, butt. B is for butt.
Up near the butt.
Oh, it's a butt monster.
Yep.
You know what? I am going to get us a creature. Before we are engaged in battle.
A really smart idea.
You see
I just
a
have this
hand
strange-
down at floor level sort
Drop it,
of
a
reach
creature.
around the side of the wall. Just a normal
Oh, no.
human-sized hand, reach around the wall and kind of scramble around in the dirt and debris, and then it sort of grabs a hold of the edge and begins to pull itself around the corner, and you see that it is what looks like a corpse, except it's moving.
We got a mummy.
I do have some fun necromancy spells. This might not be the worst, but I'm dropping that creature before initiation.
All right, everyone, roll initiative.
Come on, man! I said
And
it first.
yes, Lux, I will let you throw your bag of tricks, monster. You'll get that as a bonus action.
No!
What did
You
y'all
got
get?
a weasel.
A weasel
Fucking
again?
weasel again.
You are now the Beastmaster.
Oh, I hate weasels.
Is it Kodo or Podo? That's what I want to
Whatever.
know.
They are cute. Okay, we won't. All right, so for initiative, we go to the fist.
Oh, it's a zombie.
I am entering everyone in.
Enter the fist.
I'm too busy being disappointed by my weasel.
That sounds so funny.
Hey,
Why are we what is the
buddy.
thing paused? Alex, why does it still say game paused?
Because we're waiting for Thornton to make his initiative roll.
Gotcha.
Oh, he already rolled. He rolled a with
I don't know what
advantage.
percentage- I don't know why it did advantage. So let me,
Oh,
I
did
guess
still-
I'll.
We'll let you do it.
Then,
We'll let you do it the right way. So click on the fist icon, and then there's the picture of a 20-sided next to your name in the initiative list. And just click on that to actually. Ooh, much better. All right. So, before anyone does anything, Lux scrambles for her bag, tosses an object onto the ground,
Here's another
and
fucking weasel.
a weasel pops out
Fucking weasel.
in all its weaseliness. I don't know if we have one. Let me check the SRD to see if they have weasels
No,
in
we've
here.
had a weasel before, so we should have a weasel.
Have we?
Should.
Let me
Yeah.
let me
Yep.
check. Bag
in
of tricks.
similar circumstances
Oh, yep, weasel.
where something
Kaboosh.
big would have been useful.
There's your weasel.
Yay.
I feel like there should be like, you can only get in a certain animal so many times.
Right? Like you've used it up.
Yeah.
I like how, like, the time we wanted something small and stealthy, we got a giant fucking elk.
Yes.
I mean, not that that elk wasn't useful, but, like, we're like, oh, we need something to help us fight. Weasel, weasel.
Hey, weasel.
I just asked Lily to come get me a bear. So I don't know what she's gonna come out of the kitchen with. We need to wash our dog. He is stinky.
All right, so you should now have full control of your weasel. And let's see what its initiative score is. It got a 14, not too bad. And Gareth, you get to go first.
Okay,
What
I
would
don't
you
know where
do?
this thing is because I can't see
It
it.
is.
Right?
They seem to be sort of reacting to something directly to the north of you, but
Yeah,
it's
it's like-
outside of your torchlight, so you can't even see what they're talking about.
50 feet ahead and about 5 to your left, Gareth.
Okay, so I probably can't get to it if it's that far ahead.
I don't know, do you have any bow and arrow type weapon?
I do have a crossbow, but I should probably move up at least so I can maybe see it first,
Hmm.
instead of just firing blindly into the dark.
I thought I had something that...
So you can move up 6. Okay, so is that a bunch that I see up there now?
So
Yeah,
as Aaron begins to move forward, he sees
lovely.
revealed around the walls and all of these side chambers additional living corpses, which begin
Cool.
shambling forward. And let's see,
So
that
are these
one,
staircases
that one.
that look
They are.
spirally or
They are staircases that are going. One side of it goes up, and the other side of it goes down.
okay? So these fellas, are they on the stairs? Are they behind the stairs?
They are basically a few feet of a couple of steps up on the stairs.
Okay. And I guess I'm gonna shoot a crossbow at one of them. There's a lot of rolling going on, and I really don't like that.
There's so many. There's
Yeah, I
so
saw
many.
them when I ran past.
Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I guess I'll target that one.
Remember how to target with the alt click?
He's got.
Oh, you got the thing on it. Yeah, he's got it.
Okay. And then I will crossbow.
Ooh, that looks a bit different. They must have updated it.
All right, I found the thing I was looking for.
I like
Okay.
it. So was that the actual roll?
Aaron,
No, I haven't
how's
rolled
your
yet.
oil can looking?
I went to inventory and clicked on crossbow, and that's what it shows. That's the way I do that, right?
Yeah, and then you click on that button,
I
the
clicked
2-hit button,
Okay.
to actually roll the attack die.
That'd be a 10. Probably not gonna
10, and that is enough to hit.
do that. Okay, so then I hit the damage one.
Yep.
10 damage.
10 points of damage. All right, let's see. Boosh.
Thornton, you have that oil can ready.
All right, so you just kind of spin and you kind of like
Get
hold it
ready.
low right across your torso and thunk the crossbow bolt right up into a zombie right up there on the stairs. Jojo, quit. And hits him just center mass. Definitely wounded, but still quite viable.
Okay.
Shambly.
And I guess that's all I'm doing.
I mean, that was a pretty good start.
Yes.
All right, Lee, you're up next.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright, so I'm gonna dart around the corner. And
You do see the 2 zombies
yes.
right next to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So I see the one, and then I'm coming up to the corner. I see more, so I'm gonna like 2-handed attack with my daggers.
Wait, where are you?
Man,
Dual
y'all are up
weapon.
there.
Dual weapon attack.
Dual weapon attack, yeah, with
Yep.
my daggers.
Okay. So you remember how to select your target?
Yeah. That, and then that one. Okay. Okay, I'm trying. I can't remember how to attack with my dagger.
See that button? See where it says 2 hit, and then there's a button with a picture of a d20 plus 5.
Oh, yeah, just click that.
Yep, just
Oh.
click that button.
Ooh.
Still good enough to hit.
Wow.
Yay.
Okay.
So
Sweet.
go ahead and roll damage. 7 points of piercing damage, and go ahead and make your second dagger attack.
Man, I am way back there.
Yeah.
Hit the same one again.
Four more points of damage. All right, so he's about the same health as Gareth's with the crossbow bolt was. You slash a couple of times across the torso, open it up. It's just this sort of flesh is very very dry, and so like there's not a whole lot of blood and stuff that comes out. It's mostly just dry stuff.
I am assuming if I do my cunning action to like dash or move away, that's gonna leave me open to opportunity attack.
Not if you disengage. If you use your cunning action to disengage, then you can move away without getting an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my cunning action so I can just like boop, because I have 5 more feet of movement. There we go.
All right.
So at least I'm out of immediate range.
Looks good. Is that it for you?
Yes.
All right, Thoradin, you're up.
Alright, so I'm gonna a couple steps out here. That's where we are here. Alright, so she got that one. It looks where
There is another one behind it.
I am last in line to go. I'm all the way back here.
Last in line, so there's 2 to the right.
Oh, you're looking. I have pretty good range on that.
I'm just trying to make sure, like, do I go in deeper with Gareth? And like, if I do that,
I think just pick a corridor and start stabbing and slashing and hacking.
Slashing. Yeah. I mean, I can see 3 where I am.
Let's see. I think I'll go ahead and move to here. And let's see, I can throw. How far can I throw one of these bottles of oil?
My guess is 30 feet, maybe 30, 60.
5, 10, 15. So could I hit the one at the far right, the one that's uninjured? I guess I need the draw tool, don't I?
Oh, nope, throw it up to 20 feet. Okay.
Oh, there is a limit on that. I forgot.
20, 60 is the range.
What, 60s for what, disadvantage or something?
Correct.
I know.
Alright, so that's still a shy. Oh my goodness, what did I undo that? How do I undo that?
What did you do, Ray?
So that's like
Oh my
your
goodness.
area of attack.
I was trying to measure, I guess. Sorry. Oh no, God. Now I'm doing it again.
What the hell kind of ruler did you use?
Double selected yourself.
Oh my gosh. I think he's gonna blow up. I don't know.
Luckily, I'm out of range.
Okay. Jeez. Holy cow.
So
Alright.
you right now you have Heidi has on my screen she has Lee select targeted, Thoradin targeted,
What?
and 2 of the zombies targeted.
How?
I don't know. It's showing dots on my screen that you have those targeted.
Oh yeah, I see little bluey dots.
I see the weasel having triangles pointing to it, but I don't even have my targeting thing selected.
Oh, were you testing like a targeting thing out and it?
No, I wasn't. I haven't
Oh.
even touched my targeting thing, so.
Oh, there's the weasel. Oh, look, it's so tiny.
Alright, I'm going to try to throw this bottle of oil over on I'm in the room I'm in, the one to the far right.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you know where the parsley is?
So what would you like me to roll to see if I'm successful with that?
Well, let's check your inventory. It's not in your inventory as a thing.
What, the flat?
Yeah.
Oh.
So go ahead and roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier.
Alright, so dexterity is +3. D20.
You can do it.
It's a ranged attack, basically.
Aw.
Wow.
Not good enough to hit, unfortunately, so the oil flask just sort of zips right on past the zombie and splashes and bursts on the wall behind it, roughly in... How do I select colors? I want to select a specific color. Configured... Oh, here we go. Color... I want this to be black. Like tar, oil. That color. And it's splashed like around here.
All right.
All right, so what would you like to do next?
Can I try another bottle at it?
I think you can only make one of those per round unless you have a bonus action that you can take to make a second attack.
Okay. Let's see here.
But that throwing the flask was an action.
All right. Now I have 2 weapon attacks, so can I throw one of my hand axes?
Let's see. Features. Proficiency. Reckless attack. I don't see 2 weapons.
There's not much out there
in here. Let's check D&D Beyond. Ah, there it is. 2 weapon fighting. You take the attack action and attack with a light melee weapon that you're holding in one hand. You can use a bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon that you're holding in the other hand. So since you used your main action to throw the flask, you would not be able to use a bonus action to attack with your other weapon. Because you have to attack with a light melee weapon that you're holding in one hand.
Okay, it has to be overflow. Okay.
Oh, wait,
right,
no.
well,
If either weapon has the thrown property, you can throw the weapon instead of making a melee attack with it. So, in that case, I would say that since you made a thrown weapon attack with the flask of oil as an improvised weapon, then you can use a bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon.
Sweet.
Okay, so I'm gonna target the one that's already injured with my axe. I'm gonna throw it. So it has a range of 20, so that shouldn't be a problem. Let's see.
So target the zombie that you want to hit. Okay.
Throw it. You want to do the dexterity plus 20 sided again?
No, you can go ahead and, with your token selected, just click on the inventory button there on the top left-hand side of the screen, and then click on hand axe. And then just click on the 2-hit button there.
Okay.
That hit. Go ahead and roll damage. 10 points of damage.
Hey.
So the hand axe just thunk, 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 and it catches it right where the neck meets the shoulder and kind of separates it out as it gets embedded in this zombie's torso. It's still up and moving, but only barely. A stiff breeze would knock this guy over.
Like a death fart?
Like a dry death fart. All right, is that it for Thornton?
That's all out. Yeah, I'm done.
That was a lot.
All right.
Oh, sorry, Bucky. Oh, shit. Sorry, Bucky.
Uh-oh. We have company.
All right, Finny, you're up, and you see this zombie shambling across the hallway in front of you towards Thornton.
Okay. Can I hear, like, where other zombies are? Since I haven't advanced.
You kind of hear them coming from every direction. You hear a lot of moaning and scrambling coming from ahead, and down either side of this 10-foot wide hallway that you're standing in, you also hear down from the ends what sounds like possibly more coming.
Okay. So there's one shambling towards Thoradin there. And are there any more to my left or right? I'm gonna, let's see, 5, 10.
There are, you just can't see them from where you
Okay,
were.
now I can see them. Okay. So...
And you are now within melee range of the one zombie.
Of the one. Okay. Well, there we go. And does Thoradin see this one behind him?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
It's an active combat scene, so everyone's looking around themselves, and the zombie is not being stealthy.
Did I would have added up my side of my eye.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and attempt to entangle these two right here.
Now, one of them of the two is already almost dead, so
Oh, really?
you're only going to be entangling one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then
the one that's
perhaps
near.
I'll entangle the one in front of me. Although I thought it'd be great to hold out one hand and entangle, and then cast my flame blade with the other hand and look all cool.
That does sound pretty cool.
Doesn't it sound cool? All right, so damn it, I will.
So there
they have
may
that
not be a
element.
place where you can put it that doesn't catch either Gareth or Thoradin or you into the area of effect.
Okay, fine then. I will just cast it on these two and get my flame blade ready for this bastard in front of me. Okay? Even
Yeah,
though
I'm
one of
moving.
those is almost dead.
I'm moving the area around, and either Gareth or you or Thoradin will be caught in it.
So come over, bring it over here. Over here.
So like that.
Yep.
Alright,
Or even
so-
scoot it back a little bit
Out of
more.
the way.
You could even scoot it back towards the wall more. There you go. Okay. All right, and then ka-ching, flame blade in hand, ready to go. And
Select
now
the-
you said
no.
since I'm within melee range, I can't step away from this person with this shambling husk without provoking an attack, right?
1 second, doing the strength checks for the zombies.
One of them's pretty strong.
Yeah. Is it the dying one? Because that'd be hilarious.
All that adrenaline.
Right.
Honestly, I don't know which was which, honestly. It doesn't, like, highlight the one that made that roll. So let's roll percentage dice. 1 to 50, it's the one on the left. 51 to 100, it's the one on the right. One on the right.
Is that good or bad?
That's the one that made his save.
Right. Is that the dying one or not?
Not the dying one. The dying one
Oh.
failed its save.
Well, I helped so much. That was awesome. Hey,
I don't
when
blame
I de-chipmunked, did my magic stones come with me?
I think they. Yeah, I think
All my
normally
things- all
your
my
equipment.
Yeah, your
Stuff
things
come
stay
back
with
with me.
you.
Okay,
Yeah.
You
all right.
don't have access
Just
to them.
checking. I didn't know if I had to re-magic some stones or if they were there. Awesome.
Okay, so and then you're going to take out your flame blade. You
Yep.
said.
It's ready to go.
Can you do that with the thing? Let's see. Oh, that's your level 2 spell, huh?
Yeah, at level 2, I can just conjure it at will. It doesn't have to be an action.
Right. A zombie shambles forward and attacks Gareth. Oh, danced on that 20. 14 misses. So Gareth manages to bring his shield up and fend off the undead. And now it's the Weasel's turn. Weasel, buddy.
Oh, where is my weasel damage sheets? Let's see what the weasel can do.
Double click on the token and it should pull up the character sheet for it.
There we go. Wow. his keen hearing and smell, so he's retching right now. He has 1 hit point. So where is the most injured of
As far as the ones that you can see, none of them are injured.
I don't even see. Is this a zombie right here? Okay.
Uh-huh.
The weasel in a single Herculean effort is going to attack this one and die.
Alright, so he bounces forward and go ahead and target. Oh, you did already? So he should also, if you have the weasel token selected, you should have up in the top left-hand corner of the screen, there's an inventory button that you click on, and his bite is right there.
Top what hand?
Top left-hand corner of the screen. With the weasel token selected, these buttons should appear. There you go. And then click on that where it says 2 hit. There you go. 18 to hit, totally hit, so go ahead and roll damage.
Where's my damage for that? There we go.
Right beneath, there you go. 1 point of damage.
Woo!
Good job, Wheeze.
And it clings.
Nipped at his ankle.
Of all the useless fucking things to...
Go for the Achilles.
Throw out another one.
Between that or actually casting a spell, what do y'all feel is most useful?
What kind of spells can you do?
So I have one that I don't think they regenerate though, do they? It gives it on. It only gives me disadvantage on attack rolls against me. I mean, the usual. Doesn't appear that there's much in the way of special.
Alright, a zombie comes lurching out of the darkness and slams down at Finney, but it misses. Another one, the one that he shot, approaches Gareth, slams down at him, and hits with an 18 for 3 points of damage. And some more of these undead corpses come from ahead, from around the corner. He double moves, but he's not able to attack this round. This
I got a lot of
one
company up here.
had made his save and attacks
Yeah, you do.
Lee. With a slam, and hits with a 17 for 3 points of damage.
Oh, there's one behind me. Son of a bitch.
And Lux, you're up.
So I have things that do damage in a 15-foot cone, but that would also hit Finney.
Oops.
We'll take one more swing with the bag of tricks to see if we can get something more useful that I can send up there to help out our dear friend Gareth.
Throw it near me so it's already close.
Yeah. Inventory, bag of tricks.
Yeah, they're gonna be
Please
thrown
don't
up
suck.
to
Please don't
20
suck.
feet.
Yes! I throw a giant elk up to Gareth.
That is
I
so
ride it.
great.
That's fantastic.
It rides you.
Fuck yes!
That's
And my
fantastic.
screen went black.
Because you're the elk now.
Yeah, I need the. He's just got to give my elk vision.
What do your elk eyes see?
That's exactly what I was thinking. And you made
Look
the
at
hair come into
that.
my nose. Oh my god. Ooh, doggies.
I
Oh,
guess
man.
this is as close to Gareth as I can get, isn't it? I can only throw it 20 feet, right?
Right, just 20 feet.
So he's
mean, how far
literally
can you throw a
on
giant elk?
Gareth. He's coming.
I think I would notice that.
Look at that! What a lovely creature. Those things have like 40 hit points, don't they?
Amazing.
Yeah, 42.
42, yep.
It's 15 feet long.
I'm ready to jump on its back and ride into battle.
Yep.
Yeah, they have more HP than I do.
Yeah, it's got a lot more HP than I do.
Alright, so let's add this guy to the initiative order. See what we get.
There's still 4 more zombies.
16, pretty good. Alright, Lux, what else you got? You gonna move? Or you gonna stay, hold your position there?
Oh, fuck no, I'm not going in there.
Alright, so Lux stays in the doorway.
I can do damage from here, and I can see if anything's coming down this hallway, so...
Oh my god, that's a lot of zombies.
Okay, I'm looking up how to do like a badass 360 spin.
Oh my god, there's so many of them. I think that we need to continue with this, getting a bunch of them oiled up. Gareth, do you have any oil?
Yeah.
Do you have more than one action? Because if you can get oil on a lot of them, I can light those fuckers up.
Zombie
I mean,
misses.
I don't know what I'd need to do to get oil on all of them.
You
at
are
once.
restrained. He's gonna try to break free. Strength. Manages to break free. So he moves up to here.
If we can get some of them oiled, we can get some of them burned.
A lot of dice rolling happening.
Because more zombies are coming to kill me.
Ooh.
More are coming?
Yeah, if it locks down from the far end of the hallway that you're in on either side, you see undead begin to shamble from around the corners.
Great.
And begin to stride down the hallway towards you.
I am very glad I remained in this position so that I could at least see my death approaching.
And Gareth, you're up. And it ended the music for some reason. Jojo, quit.
I hear music.
Can I change my mind about leaping on the back of the elk?
She leaps back off of the elk.
I leap onto the elk.
Oh, you want to do that for your, that would be an action for the leaping part. You would be able to move, but since he's right there basically in front of you, I'll let you do it with an athletics check. I'm sorry, acrobatics. Acrobatics check.
Does anybody know if zombie or zombies, whatever these are susceptible to poison?
Your guess is not, since
If
they're
they're undead, probably not.
Yes! Onto that fucking
my
elk!
All right, she just does a perfect 3-point landing on top of the elk.
Wow.
I'm coming, guys!
All right.
Talk about an extended trot.
Yeah, right?
All right, so Jacob, you're up.
Okay, so
Ginsu.
thinking I need to get out of the out of that zone there, the zombie zone.
Get in the zone, zombie zone.
Is there a way I could use one of my oil flasks and like splash several of them at once?
Oil flasks only have enough oil to affect a single target.
Okay.
We got multiple horses, though. We got more than one horse? No, I guess we only got one horse.
Yeah, I think we only got one.
Then I'm wondering if I should just kind of get out of the way so someone can do a area of effect attack up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like get out of dodge. Although they're gonna get a free attack. Oh, you can disengage, can't you?
I can disengage.
Yeah, run away.
So what's everyone's thoughts on that?
That's
I have something that does a 15-foot fire,
right.
cone.
And I don't want to be in that.
Yeah.
Wait for that.
Then run away.
Okay.
Yeah, that running away might not be a bad.
Do the mature adult thing and run away.
I'm gonna disengage. I've somehow selected to target myself. Now everything's targeted. I don't know. Okay.
Just hit Alt again if it starts doing that, and it'll turn off the targeting, hopefully.
Can't move myself? Okay, now I can. I'm targeted myself somehow. Oh well.
Target yourself alone.
Guess I'll get myself somewhat out of the way.
How tall is this elk?
Elk height.
But giant. They are...
It's a huge beast.
Hey, if you hold down Alt, it shows who's friendly and who's not.
Oh, sorry, buddy. I need this book.
Isn't that nice?
I used to have myself targeted. Oh well. Okay. I think that's what I'm doing.
Giant elk is not in the monster manual? What? Are you in the back? Oh, you might be in the back. Let's see. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. G, 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 G. Giant, 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 giant. Elk. It doesn't specify in the monster block, but let's see.
I mean, isn't there a range of size for giants?
There is. There's sort of like a, yes, size. For huge or
1.5 times the size of a normal elk.
It doesn't say specifically how big. They take up a 15 by 15 foot area. But they could be narrow. It's not like it's a block 15 by 15. So I would guess probably upwards of 8 to 10 feet at the shoulder.
Just wondering how far out of zombie grasp I am.
They would not be able to reach you if you were on the elk.
All right, sweet. That makes me feel much better about charging this elk into battle. I name him Pie.
Oh, Pie. All right, Gareth, do you have any bonus actions or anything you want to do, or is that it?
Nothing I'm going to use right now.
Okay.
I'm going to save them up in case I need them.
So Lee is up.
I'll attack the one that's attacking me.
All right.
And I'll do with my dagger again, so I can get 2 turns.
Oh no!
God. Ugh. Right.
Let's see what would have happened if we used the alternate rules. You gain disadvantage for your attacks against this opponent for the remainder of the encounter.
Oh jeez. I rolled again.
Yep, the second one definitely hit. Damage of 7. All right, so nice big deep cut.
Let's see.
And you're gonna disengage again.
Yeah.
Which direction would you like to go?
I'm thinking about that. I'm gonna go. Two. There we go.
All right.
That is my turn.
Thornton, you're up.
All right, so I'm going to attack this guy with my hand axe.
All right.
I'm selected, so I think I just rail away.
Oh gosh.
Oh, wow. Wow.
We're all infecting each other with our terrible rolls.
All right, we have a giant elk.
This is true.
We're putting all of our eggs in the giant elk basket. I guess.
The rack basket.
That's a big basket.
So can I attack again?
You can.
Since that was a waste. That's better.
Oh, big hits.
Nice.
So have these
8 points of damage. You lop his head off, and that one falls.
All right. I would like to pick up the other axe that I threw that I was stuck in him, so I have both my axes back.
Okay, you can do that.
All right, and then I'm trying to think. I don't get any movements, correct?
No, you have a movement.
I do have a movement. All right. This guy's uninjured. This guy is barely. Finney's there, but she's got somebody on each side. Is it too late for me to say I'm gonna go to rage this round? It just all it really means is that if I didn't do it to start with, that I didn't get bonuses to kill that guy.
Yeah, no, you can. I think rage is just like a. It's not an action to rage or anything. Yeah, it's just a thing that you activate.
All right, I'm just gonna activate that so that I'm.
Oh no, it is a bonus actually. So yes, you do it as a bonus action.
Speaking of rage, I am going to transfer to wine.
All right, so I'm just gonna get closer to this guy so that we give him another target to consider.
All right.
Oh fuck yes, I can't wait for this.
So with the entangle, if something enters the area of effect after it's already placed...
It's rough terrain, half speed.
Half speed, okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20... So that's as far as he can get. Alright. 10... He has 40, so 30,
Oh, I
15,
forgot there was
15,
stuff happening in that other hallway.
In case y'all weren't aware, there's shit coming up down the hallways too.
Yeah.
Yay!
I can't see it right now, so it's everything
afraid
is
of that.
fine.
Is it the giant elk's turn?
It is the giant elk's turn.
Oh please, yes. So this is a whole like bowling pin alley of zombies.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, look at the sweep of those horns.
Is his ram attack like? Does that? Can you only hit one when a giant elk is charging?
According to the description, it's a single target.
Do you know how to stop a giant elk from charging?
Take away his credit cards.
Wow.
Yes, you do.
Oh my god.
Alright, we're gonna start with this one then. I just feel like an elk should be able to hit more than one.
It can, just not at the same time, damn it.
Oh, that's the additional damage. We have to ram first.
Alright, so you have it
That was
selected.
not good. Did he miss?
I'm
12.
not sure what's happening here. There's a lot of rolls.
So
Hold on, let me look through them all.
attacked. I made a mistake first. So he attacked with ram, and his first attack was 12.
Ram attack roll. I see an 11 for an attack roll and a 12 for a damage roll.
Okay. Does an attack of 11
11 does hit.
Oh,
Okay.
so did 12 bludgeoning.
So
but you had to move
you're-
too, so you're moved there.
So
And-
he now needs to do a, since he charged, he needs to do a strength saving throw.
Well, the one that he hit is actually he just impaled him on his horns and flipped it up and into the wall and broke its spine, and it is dead again.
All right, so that extra 7 and knocking prone thing really isn't useful.
That zombie is twice dead.
Is that like twice baked potatoes?
Baked potatoes.
Don't talk about food. I'm getting hungry for dinner.
Alright, the zombie next to Thoradin is going to attack the dwarf. And missed with a 17 because Thoradin is hard to hit.
Isn't this one next to me dead?
This one here?
No, this one over here next to me.
Nope.
No, it's this one over here.
Oh, I thought this was the one. No, I thought
Thoradin.
this one just killed with the elk.
That was the one up there, wasn't it?
Yep.
Which one did she kill with the elk?
It's like
Up
up
here.
here.
Oh, I thought she killed this one right here that she went through. Okay, gotcha.
She stepped past that one to hit another one.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Delicately, ever so delicately.
Excuse me, sir. I need to go kill your friend.
Right.
Alright,
so
Finny.
this dead one is be dead. Alright, so shoot, that kind of changes what I'm gonna do. Since Zephyr Strike is a bonus action, can I do Zephyr Strike and then cast a spell?
Let's see. Finny. I mean, Zephyr Strike is a spell too, isn't it?
It's a spell, but it says it's a bonus action.
You cast it as a bonus action, yeah.
Right. So can I cast it as a bonus action first and then cast my other spell?
I
My
believe
main
so.
spell? Okay. Then I'm going to Zephyr Strike myself.
Alright, go ahead and cast it.
Oh my, with us watching?
Yeah. In front of God and everybody. Yes, dear. Oh my God! Our first popcorn! That's awesome. Okay, I'm in the middle of my turn, so I have to go, but I can't wait to hear all about it. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to recast Entangle on this mob of zombies up here, but that will make this other less useful Entangle go away. Okay?
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm so excited for my next turn.
I can't wait for your next turn. So, oh, am I sticking it over? Oh, I guess
the weasel's still alive too. Holy
Yes.
fuck, there's lots
Yeah.
of zombies.
All right, there we go.
The weasel looks like a cat.
And
I thought
since
the same. I agree.
Since I have Zephyr Strike, I'm going to disengage from these jerks and step back for a moment. Out the way. Oh wait, no, there's more zombies down the hallway. Okay. I'll take care of them too.
Like, I don't want those zombies. I want these other zombies.
I swear to God, if my next roll botches, I'm gonna be pissed.
Okay. And that I believe that is the end of my turn as I stand here with my flaming scimitar and weeds and going very fast. Whew. Oh shit.
Oh my gosh.
All right, a couple of them got stuck at least.
Jesus.
Man.
Alright,
They're
the elk
so
made his.
agile.
Is the elk's not entangled?
Yeah, the radius was in its space.
I needed to be close enough to. It's okay. He's not entangled. So.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
but still,
Flaming throw.
there is a clear channel on the side there where the
Oh,
dead.
he doesn't need to move any closer than he is. They just need to be
Okay.
15 feet away from me.
Okay.
So
Wow.
let's see, 2 of the zombies made it.
Gosh darn
1, 2, 3,
it.
4, 5. Let's see which 2. You made it, and you made it. So these 2 made it. These are entangled. Go ahead and set that up quick.
I only see 2 entangled. Oh,
Right now there are 3 entangled.
all right, and the one right in front of the elk, isn't that one dead?
Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if that one's entangled or not. Okay, sounds good. Can they eat those? Yes.
All right, Finny, was that it for you?
Credit. Yes, that was it for me.
All right, you are entangled, but the elk is close enough for you to strike without having to break free of the entanglement. So it is going to target the elk.
That's fine. The elk gives no
And
fuck.
Slam attack. Hit with a 19 for 5 points of damage.
It's slamming from 10 feet away without
It's
being
not
able
10
to
feet
move.
away. It's right next to the elk. This one.
Yeah. He takes up a 15 by 15 square.
Okay.
So although it appears to be it's 5 points of damage. Elk gives no fucks.
Right.
All right, let's see who we got next. Wheeze is up next.
So the weasel is going to attack this uninjured. There it goes.
He is slightly injured. He has taken 1 point of weasel damage.
He's about to take another.
Double the damage.
Chomp by chomp.
Alright. Alt click to target and then bite attack. Make sure you target him first.
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
not
Sorry,
normal.
it's not showing up on my screen as being targeted.
Why is he not biting? There it goes. Alright. It's not inventory. Bite.
Oh my god, there's like 14 bites happening. What the hell?
Oh, okay. Well, all the bites can happen.
Pick
Attack.
one of them.
There it is. Okay. That, not good. 11?
11 hits.
Good puppy.
Another 1 point of damage.
How come no roll happens when I hit damage?
It did. It rolled on my screen.
Okay. Damn right. Fuck with the wheeze.
You're the closest, Lux, so this zombie is going to swipe at you.
It can't reach me.
Oh, that's right.
You
I'm sorry. You didn't move your
specifically
didn't move your token, so I forgot
sorry.
you were
I was
on the
gonna
elk.
say, I'm on the elk. You specifically assured me of this.
I did, but you were not with the elk.
Sorry.
How do I move the token behind? Surely there's a way to move it behind other tokens. Crap. So I'm gonna have to move him because I have to be able to select you to de-target you. Alright. So we have a choice here, zombie. Let's roll a dice, see who you go after. Oh, he's going after the Wheeze.
Fulfill your destiny, Weasel.
Slamming down on the Wheeze. Misses with a 9.
Seriously?
Weasel, yep, Weasel lives to fight another day.
Wow. Wow.
That one's dead, so
That's
we can...
Slippery Weasel. Slippery Weasel sounds like a drink that'll really give you a hangover.
You are also defeated. Alright. That one is not entangled. He is going to attack the giant elk as well. Rolls 1.
Does he attack the elk's antlers and get himself impaled?
Lee, you are approached and attacked by this zombie here. And hits with a 22 for 7 points of damage. Ouch. That was a big hit.
Yeah, you telling me.
Alright, Lux, you're up.
Oh, please don't botch this. Just for once in your life, don't botch this. So, I'm not sure how to, target when it's a 15-foot radius for a spell.
Well, when you cast a
15-foot
spell,
cone.
it'll give you the option of creating the spell effect
Alright.
ruler that you can then place where you want it.
What have the hit points generally been like on these guys? Doesn't say. It hasn't taken a whole lot to kill them, right?
Not
They-
a ton.
They
15 to
have
20
been
maybe?
yeah, they have been taking several hits to be knocked down, so
Alright, we're gonna cast Burning Hands.
okay.
Trying to figure out how. Alright, so cast spell. I'm gonna cast it at 2nd level. How do I rotate?
My guess would be the mouse wheel. You might have
There
to
we go.
hold something down. Okay, there you go.
Trying to get them all in there. I guess I can only get the 3. Does that hit all of them? They're kind of in there.
I do not. I won't be able to see it until you actually place it. Yay! It worked.
So for 4d6, I got 9 points of damage. Wow.
Yep, you rolled a 3, 2, 3, and a 1.
Wow. That was
Um,
anticlimactic.
and so it looks like you hit 4 of them. Is it a saving
that
throw?
animation.
It's a dexterity
Nice, yeah.
saving throw.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's make one
That's
for
Do
you.
they have disadvantage because they're restrained?
Oh.
yeah.
Does being restrained give disadvantage on dexterity saving throws?
I
Let's
would
see.
imagine they
It's on
can't
page
beat that away.
292 of the Player's Handbook. It says, under restrained, the creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Well, there you
There
go.
you go.
So that is the proper condition and the proper throw. So well done.
Nice.
I have another question. Does the
So
entangle
that one
burn?
It's magic, so I don't know.
Are they magic or is it?
Well,
What was
that's a
what
good
was
question.
what was the question?
Will the entangle vines catch fire? It
I mean,
says the
I-
fire ignites any flammable object in the area that isn't being worn or carried.
Right.
It's weeds and vines, so I don't
might
see why
burn them,
not.
But they might regrow too, because it's a spell.
Well, if
DC
they're standing in
14.
fire, that's
he
also.
made his
It might be additional fire damage, I
oh,
would
it
think.
is
Oh,
disadvantage.
that's a good point.
And I'll roll one more for you. Dexterity
I can't believe after all that I get a fucking.
0. So you did not. And dexterity disadvantage. You do not. And dexterity disadvantage. You did not. So none of the zombies made their save. And so you did 9 points of damage to each of them. 9 points of fire damage.
Does fire hurt them more?
They are not. They do not take additional damage from fire.
Ah,
No.
Bang.
I'm super disappointed that 4d6 only did 9 damage.
And entangle. 5e entangle.
It is a fun graphic.
Yeah, it is.
see.
I'm really enjoying it.
I would say that the entangle would be susceptible to being caught on fire.
Okay, so do they take extra fire damage then? Since it's burned, since they're standing and burning.
Well, we'll make a roll to see if the vines do in fact catch. So let's roll a 20-sided, see what we get.
I'd say that's a yes.
Let's roll pretty high, so I'm going to say no.
What? It was a 17.
Yeah, I rolled a 17, which means it made it saving throw.
Oh, I thought that was in our favor then.
No, I was rolling. I was
We
rolling
did
to
want
see.
it to burn.
Yeah, I was checking to see if it actually caught on fire, and it did not.
All right, bummer.
But the good news is that the zombies are still entangled.
Okay.
And okay, Lux, is that it for you?
I don't know that I can do anything else.
Okay.
I only have an action, and I'm gonna settle myself comfortably on this here elk where they can't reach me, and be happy about it.
All right,
I
strength
pat my elk
save.
affectionately and say, "Good boy, Pie."
You can say it as loud as you want to here.
6 did not make a save. That zombie is still trapped. This zombie, where are you? There you are. 20, 20, 30, 40.
Oh, hi! That was a fast little zombie.
It did a dash action, so it cannot attack, but it is right there next to you. And where's this one? Up there. You are entangled. Saving throw strength. 20. So you broke free. So this one is no longer entangled. And he is going to move to here. And who is up now? This one right there. This one is going to attack the elk again. And he got a 18 hits for 2 points of damage.
The elk literally shits on him.
Take that, elk.
Yeah, no fucks given.
And Gareth, we're back to you.
Okay.
No. I get rid of.
It looks like the
that.
elk kind of has things you can control up there, so I
We
might
got this.
come
For
over
once,
here.
I'm good in the fray.
And this one that's by the weasel, I'm going
Weasel
to
might
hit
need help.
him with my longsword.
No.
Or not.
Not a good roll.
That is not a good roll. That is, one could possibly say, is the worst roll I could have made.
Alright, anything else you can do?
No, I'll just stand there with the sword up my butt.
Ouch.
Somehow
You're
manages
just
to
like
just move.
wildly like slashing in the air with it.
I'm probably just facing the wrong way.
Alright, Lee.
And I will double attack with my daggers again. Hopefully this time it won't suck.
You forgot to target him, unfortunately.
Oh shoot!
But I think that one hit.
Okay.
4
Ooh,
points
so
of
much
damage.
And then we'll
Yeah,
do it
you-
one more time.
Also hits. For 6. Alright, so you're just hacking and slashing off this guy, just carving off chunks of undead flesh. He's still up and mobile, but he is he's heavily wounded. And
I'm gonna disengage. Where do I want to run to? I think we'll go there. Okay.
alright, Thoradin. Aaron, are you muted? Someone gonna do a welfare check on Aaron.
He's not muted.
Just a second.
Oh, there he is.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Sorry, somehow every once in a while my Bluetooth will just disconnect, and so it didn't show I was muted, but obviously something was happening. So, okay, yes, I'm going to try and target this guy in front of me, and I'm just gonna attack with my hand axe, and I am enraged now, which means if I hit, I think he gets bonus damage. So,
All right.
Come on.
Oh, you hit with a 20. Nice.
Nice.
Hmm.
Right.
Nice.
11 points of slashing damage.
All right. And now let's see here. Because I'm enraged, did it add my +2 to damage?
It gave you 2d6 plus 4 is what it rolled.
So the +4 is probably for my strength bonus. So it did not add my rage bonus of +2.
All right, added an additional 2 points.
Right. Be good with that. I'll do my next attack.
Yep.
All right. Oh,
Definitely a
bam.
hit.
And it should be +2 on top of that too.
And it goes down. Thwack, thwack. Second hit takes its head completely off.
Nice.
Nice.
And let's see, Mark is dead. And where are you? There you are. That one defeated.
All right. So there's one zombie there and there. I'm trying to decide whether I should go up to help the elk or come down to help. Yeah, let's see. Garrett's got one in front of him, and you've got some of whatever else is in the hallway. I only see one beside you.
Yeah, there's 3,
And,
but the other 2 are kind of far away.
all right, I'm gonna head towards. I'm gonna make one move towards there. That only puts me at risk of one of them attacking me.
It's okay, puppy. Go lay down.
All right, I think I'll be done.
Zombies begin to surround Finney in the hallway. One of them is able to attack. And misses, hits with an 11 for...
It's with an 11, really?
Your AC is 11.
Oh, well, doesn't that suck?
For 3 points of damage. So just a little scrape. And Giant Elk is up.
The giant elk is going to. So these are all in the entangled, and this guy's not. So we're gonna go after him. And no, that's me. I want to elk it up. Elk going to. So ram's not an option. Oh, it is. Okay. Attack. Where? Attack. I don't see why this isn't working. Alex, are you seeing like 80 of them and I just can't see it?
I haven't seen any yet.
Ram. There we go. Oh, that was not good. 13? No, that's damage. 11.
Alright, so you hit with an 11.
13 damage.
And 13 points of damage to that one that was directly above.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
he should be targeted, yeah.
Yep, he got hit. He's now injured and bloody, but still animated.
And I don't think that we have any other. Yeah, we don't have anything else we can do. Actually. Oh no, that has to be through charge. Alright, we're good. We're good.
Let's see. Turn ram. Alright. Finney, you're up.
Alrighty. So, I'm going to attack this one with my flame blade. Can you tell which one I'm telling you? Or I guess
Yep.
I can it, huh? I could
Yep.
do this, and then I can do this, and there we go. And do I have to? Do I just hit this little button on the thing here?
The 2-hit button there, yep. And you hit with a 16.
Good.
13 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Just cutting right across its midsection.
And then because I have Zephyr Strike still happening, I run away. Over to here.
All right.
There we go. And that's the end of my turn. Whee!
I would say that was successful.
Yes, I feel good about that one.
All right, zombie up, engage with the elk, is going to make a slam attack. And hits with a 22 for 2 points of damage. And Weasel is up.
The weasel is going to. Oh, did Thornton kill the weasel's target? Oh, there's one. Alright.
Yeah, Thornton killed the weasel's initial targets.
Alright, that's cool.
Thanks,
Damn you.
I'm just surprised the weasel is still here.
Damn you, dwarves, with your kill stealing.
Nope, weasel didn't do so good that time. 10?
Hit 10 hits, 1 point of damage. Nice job, Weasel. The zombie will attack the weasel in kind. Oh, hits with a 22. Is this the end of the wheeze? It is not. Only 2 points of damage. Oh, wait, it is. Weasel only had like 2 points of damage.
Only had 1 hit point.
Poor Wheeze.
Really,
He did more than we expected.
He did. He damaged more than he took in damage. So good for him.
Yeah, he dealt 2 damage and he was attacked twice. Last time they just missed him, which means he didn't target us.
Yeah.
I'll take that from a weasel.
All right. So zombie back up north with the elk is gonna attack. And hits with a 21 for another 3 points of damage. So these zombies just battering and bashing their way into this elk. Zombie continues to follow Lee all around this room as she scrambles around trying to avoid.
This asshole.
And he hits with an 18 for 2 points of damage. Another scrape. And Lux, you're up.
Yes. Alright, so. That's the elk. That's also the elk. And the elk again. Trying to get to me. I might have to move the elk to get to me. Nope, that's still the elk. Alright, the elk will come back. We're gonna not put the elk in the way of that. I'm somehow still only seeing what the elk sees? Yeah.
Why'd you move back from?
There
Trying
we
to get
go.
him out of the way.
Yeah, I can't click.
Can we call this episode "What Do Your Elk Eyes See"? Because I think that would. Puppy, no, you do not need to sit with me. It's okay for Kitty to have a turn. You're okay.
What are you thinking about trying, Lux?
I'm doing the same thing I did last time.
Oh,
Did
another
one of those
burning
move
hands?
out of the... One of them moved, though. I think I can play... Sorry, I'm trying to get this... Should have enough from there. Does that look right? I don't think I can move it. Oops. Oh well. I hope that was right. Now what do I do?
Go ahead and roll damage.
That was much better.
11 points, and it looks like we're catching 4 of them. So let's make some dexterity
good
saving
stuff.
throws. And DC is 14, so one of them made the DC save, the other 3 did not. So you take 11. No, not all of you. Dagnabbit. Alright, one at a time here. 11. You take 5. You take 11. You take 11. Alright, and another roll for the Entangle spell. Let's see what happens there. Roll a 20. You got some tough entanglement there. Tough on vines. Alright, now where's this one? This one is up there, okay. You were still entangled, but you're close enough to attack the elk, so hit him with your burny fists. And let's see what happens. Hit with an 18 for another 2 points of damage.
The elk scoffs at you.
This one, where are you located? You're down there. Since Finney zoomed past in a blur, he's gonna go up and attack Gareth instead, since Gareth is closer. And slam attack. And missed with a 16.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do a riposte. I'm gonna use my reaction to make an attack against him.
Okay.
Let me deselect that guy and select him. And that just does what it is. I'll, I guess, do a normal attack.
But you do get to add your superiority die to the damage.
Yes. So 10 hits.
Yep.
Then here's the normal damage.
7
So
points.
much damage.
My superiority die is a D8, I think.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if it's a 6 or an 8. It's an 8.
Yep, it is a D8.
So that's an additional
Nice.
damage. So I guess what, 13 damage total?
13 total. And it is down.
All right.
Yay.
And I think there's somehow I marked that I used that.
I think it should have expended when you
I might
did the
have activated
maneuver.
the wrong thing. Did that expend it? I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Riposte. Probably did. All right. And let's see, this zombie. It's going to attack the elk.
Bring it.
Misses with a 6. This zombie is also going to attack the elk. Hits with a 20 for 6 points of damage. The elk is now injured. All right, is Aaron back?
Oh, I'm back.
Did Aaron
All right.
leave
We'll see if we can get through this rest of this combat before we
before Aaron really
stop.
starts?
Yeah.
You don't have
So
to stop because of me. I'm good till whenever. It's whoever else.
no, I'll be stopping because of me, because I'm hungry.
All right.
Yeah, I can go for probably another like 30 or 45 minutes, but then I want to eat dinner.
Okay. All right, so Gareth,
That's me.
show us what you got.
The game is still paused.
No, it's not.
Okay, no, it's not.
Oh.
I'm going to hit that zombie with my longsword.
Damn it, good.
That was definitely a hit.
That was definitely a hit.
Not much damage.
6 points. All right, and that was it for
That's
you.
it.
Okay. Hopefully I can finish off this dude.
We need to stab fast so we can get through this.
Yeah, once Lee gets out of melee range, it can start shooting zombies that are engaged with allies.
Does
They'll start
11
dropping quick.
Does 11 hit?
11 does hit. 6 more points of damage to that one, and it goes down in a
Yay.
heap of dead zombie.
And I can't really see the other two areas of action where I am. So can somebody like Thoradin or Gareth shout to me which area has more like zombies in need of killing?
I can see.
And say head south.
Yeah, there's one in front of me. I can see 2 down at the bottom, but I thought Finney said there's more coming along the hallways at the bottom.
Okay.
3 more in the hall.
I think we're okay up here. We have a couple that are mostly dead, and I'm gonna light their asses on fire as soon as I
I'm
get a
not
chance.
quite dead.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. That is my turn. Oh, now I can see everything happening. At least more than I could.
All right, Thoradin.
All right, here we go.
$14 hits. Faux show.
Stat +2.
10 points. It is almost dead again.
All right, I'm gonna attack it again.
Hit.
This +2. Whoa, thank goodness for the +2.
Another 7 points. And it is down. Get down.
Go. All right, so let's see. What do we have? We have an uninjured, then we have a near death, badly injured, near death. I betcha Lux is gonna finish this off up here between her and the elk.
Yeah, we should be able to handle it.
So, are you okay if I head south to help them?
Yep,
with
go help them out down there. We'll be okay. Thank you. My elk's got about half hit points left.
Okay. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. I'll stop right there. Thoradin's done.
Nope. Miss with a 7. And the one next to him is just gonna slide right up into that slot.
Oh, man.
Target a little Lee. And misses with a 10. And giant elk.
The giant elk, let's see what we got over here. Injured, near death, badly injured, near death, dead. Okay, so this is the only one that I can't get in that cone. So we're gonna target him.
This is the elk. This is not Lux.
I know.
Oh,
That's why
okay.
I'm targeting 1 and not 3, so there.
Oh, okay. You said cone, and I was like, wait, the elk doesn't
Well,
attack
there's
in a
no
cone.
point in me aiming at something I can hit the cone.
Wow, 21 points of damage.
Yeah, elk ain't fucking around.
And which one did it?
I
did it
targeted
target?
this one. Oh, it untargeted. Sorry, I don't know why.
Oh,
It says
'cause it's dead?
unconscious now.
Yep.
Was it dead before?
No.
Okay.
He
Oh,
just
it's dead now.
defeated it.
Nice.
Just gotta find it in the list. There it is. Defeated. Picked it up. Tossed it aside. I tossed it aside like a rag doll. And Finny.
Righty.
Are the ones in red the ones that are dead?
The ones with skulls on them are the ones that are dead.
Oh, okay, there we go. The weasel died? When did the weasel die?
Oh,
Just
it's like
that.
last round or the round before.
Alright, I missed the weasel getting hit.
They were poetic about it. Vinny is gonna run forward, leap over this dead zombie, slash at this one with her flaming scythe, which is come back here. Do, do, do. Oh, that is probably not a hit.
It is.
It is a hit.
Yep.
Fuck yes. All right. And do that amount of damage. And
8
then she's
points.
going to spin in the same motion and run back to where she was. Zephyr strike. Gotta love it.
Zero
Red is
missed that
uninjured?
whole thing.
Alright, the zombies continue to batter and bash at the giant elk. This one hits for 7 more points of damage. And this one is going to... So we have a choice of 2 targets. Let's see. He's going to point his arms that direction and attack Thoradin. And hits with a 20, not a nat 20,
Wow.
for 7 points of damage.
I
Thoradin
get half damage.
takes blood, first blood on Thoradin, another 3 points back. So just a little scratch on him. This zombie continue to batter away at the giant elk. And it hits with a 22 for 6 points of damage. Elk is now badly injured. And Lux, you're up.
Alright, I give my boy Pie a comforting pat. I have to move him out of the way though while I do it. We're gonna once again go burning hands.
Yeah, Elk is not really enjoying this whole experience, being, inside a ruined castle, getting hammered and battered by the undead. He's had better days, so
He might like that though.
I mean, you know.
He's not into that sort of thing.
Okay, that's fair.
Alright, 11 damage.
Whoa, wait, what's happening with that fire cone?
Right.
All right,
That's
so we
pretty rad.
need dexterity saving throws.
Yeah.
Don't remember what the DC is on it.
14. It's my spell, right? Isn't it against my spell? Casting?
Yes, so it's 14.
I think so. I'm checking.
All right, 2 fails there, and you get a normal roll, and you also fail. So 11 points across the board. And all 3 go down.
That's impressive.
The playing field was just cleared a bit.
I feel like I'm actually useful for a battle for once. I need a giant elk every time.
I'm glad I helped by getting out of the way.
Teamwork.
And Gareth, back to you.
All right.
Man, it goes a lot faster when we don't have to play through like 7 zombies.
Yeah, this one that's in front of me that I already have targeted, I'm just going to hit him again.
Okay. $11 or 11 to hit, and 7 damage. And it is down.
Okay.
Lee is up.
Deciding which weapon I would use.
I need a bio break. I will be back.
All right. Now, Lee, just as a you probably already know this, but if you're attacking a target that is in combat with another ally, you get your sneak attack damage.
Mm-hmm.
So generally, you do a lot more damage if you're attacking something that a friend is also attacking. If that helps you decide what target to attack.
Yes, it does. So I'm gonna dodge around this guy. And I'm gonna attack that one. And actually, I'm gonna... Whoops. There.
And you get to attack with advantage.
I'm gonna be back here a little ways. And I'm gonna attack with my short bow.
Though since you're in melee range of that other one, then you would be attacking with disadvantage.
Even though I'm attacking one that's like
right, so
away?
it would just balance out, so you would just make a normal roll then. You would have advantage, but you also have disadvantage, so they cancel each other out.
Okay. Dang it. So...
13 hits. And you get to roll sneak attack damage with that.
Oh, I wonder why I didn't roll. What's my sneak attack damage?
It should have an option there for it in your buttons for sneak attack. It's the very first one under inventory.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, we don't need a 2-hit. We need to know how much damage it is. That didn't help us at all. What the heck? So your sneak attack damage is... Let's open up your character sheet. Sneak attack...
Something like a D6.
Oh, you also don't forget with your assassinate skill, you have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in the combat yet.
Okay, I didn't know if that was only like at the start or if it was at like any round of combat.
That's the very first round. Anything that you attack before they go, you get advantage on the attack roll.
Okay, well my sneak attack is 2d6.
And you get automatic crits if you score a hit against a creature that is surprised. Alright, so go ahead and roll 2d6. So D6 minus 1. I'm not sure where that minus 1 came from. So another 3 points total. 5, 6, 7. So 8 points total damage to that one.
Okay.
All right, Thoradin.
All right. I am somehow selected the. I mean, I've got the guy I want to attack, but I also, for some reason, have like the elk selected.
You can deselect it if you want.
Yeah, please
I've
don't
tried-
attack the elk. He's done so much for us.
But and also Lux, they're both I think selected. And I've tried to unselect them and I can't.
Yeah, let's
You
move
move one.
him out of the
Yeah,
way.
there's Lux and there's a dead guy. There you go. Yep. Actually, it wasn't the elk. It was Lux and the dead guy that he was standing on. Okay, good. Now I got one target.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Total definite hit.
Yep, that's that plus 2.
8 points of damage.
All
And
right,
it is badly injured.
and I will do my best to finish it off here.
Yep.
It's that plus 2.
So another 9. And it is down.
Yeah.
Is this 2 more? Nope, 1 more.
Got one right in.
Where is he? Right down there? Okay.
Yeah.
And he gets to go first, so he's going to attack. Let's see, who is he going to attack? D6.
Kill me, I'm
roll.
here.
He's got so many juicy targets.
He's
We're coming
attacking.
for you.
He's attacking Lee.
Of course.
Oh
Fuck this
yes, we
guy.
get to finish him off. I'm so excited.
And misses with a 13. So now it's the giant elk's turn.
So the giant elk is going to turn around. No, that's not working. Alright, so he's gonna charge this guy.
There is not currently enough space because of Gareth and Thornton.
You can't
Oh,
sneak
yeah.
through. Oh yeah.
There's only a
Only
5
5
foot wide
feet.
gap for him.
Could it come around like behind Gareth, or is there not?
There's
enough
only
Yeah,
5 feet
there's
back
not.
there too.
Ah, dang.
Here's I need a 15-foot opening. I
Ah.
can't do anything apparently.
Darn it.
I was totally gonna. Is there any chance that Gareth can dive out of the way? Does anyone have a reaction that he could come running through?
He could get hit by the elk and pushed out of the way.
No, no, I'm not really
I'd
down with
rather
that either.
not be what we do if I ever need.
We're trying to deal extra damage.
I'm really bummed, guys. The
elk did well.
In fury, he was ready to. Can we heal the elk then, so that we still have him?
Is there anything else ahead of you?
I don't know what's coming next, but we have.
Yeah,
him
there might
for
be
a
something
good amount-
coming next. So I'd say just
Yeah.
have him hold his turn.
We can't see
Yeah,
anything
we're gonna
at
hold
this
our
point,
turn.
but who knows?
Okay.
Because I feel like, yeah, we just need to let these next turns kill that zombie.
Finney's gonna once again leap over the dead zombie. Oops. Why didn't you move? Oh, right. Go right here. Why can't you go there? Here, go here then. All right. And strike with her. Why aren't you showing up? Is it already over there? Oh, it is. Okay. Does that hit?
That definitely hits.
Sweet.
10 points of damage. The zombie is injured.
Back over here. Disengages. Enjoy.
All right, Lux.
Still alive?
Yes, it is. It is injured, but still pretty
Sorry, Mr.
mobile.
Elk. I need to just move you out of my way here a little bit, buddy.
Well, just so you like, so I'll have a turn, Lee will have a turn, and Thornton will have a turn before the zombie gets another turn.
I was just gonna fireball him, if that's okay.
Go for it.
I'm not
And
gonna
by
use
fireball, I think you mean
you mean-
firebolt, right?
Yeah.
There's
Say,
automatic
I
search
don't
and
know if
replace
I
on
dare
that one.
Fireball.
Fireball!
Yeah, I'm rolling out of the way.
Or not.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What is happening?
Oh my god.
I'm not really sure.
So much.
Dice on dice on dice.
So you hit it with 14 firebolts, doing
The
107.
first one I rolled was a 16. It's a 16 hit.
That's the lesser known firebolt shotgun.
Alex, the first roll was a 16. Does
Yeah,
15
hold on. I got to undo all the damage that was applied to it and kind of start back from where
You
it
just
was
have
to
to
begin
add
with.
8. I hit for 8 both times.
It's like a machine gun.
It is.
All right, so 16, 8 points of damage there. I think he was at. I thought he had more health than that at the beginning of that, but I'm not sure all what happened here. Wait, that's because okay. So Finney had hit it for 10. You know, it doesn't matter. It was going down anyway. So yeah, it's dead.
Yay.
Ultimately, it does not matter.
I mean, we had several more hits on
Alright.
it before it got a turn, so.
All right, so as the last of the zombies fall dead, an eerie silence falls across the castle.
So, who else is hurt right now?
I am hurt.
I have but a scratch. I'm barely hurt.
I'm mostly fine.
I am at 50%.
Yeah,
How much health
luckily
does
took
a healing potion give back?
I don't know. I think
It
it depends on the
gives
level you.
2d4 plus 2.
That's not much, yeah. I don't know that we can heal the elk enough for it to matter.
So 4 to 10 points of healing.
I'd really like to heal my elk. I feel bad for him.
Does anyone have any healing spells?
I
don't know
do.
that using a spell slot would be.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd be. I mean, as much as I care about the elk, I care about you guys.
If there was a
True.
cantrip or something easy,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I have a poison spray cantrip. I don't. That's what you're going for.
Put it out of its misery.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you're trying to do that, like, homeopathy thing of, like, cures like.
Yeah. I mean, he's a magical being, so at least he's not, you know.
At least he doesn't count.
He's still alive.
He doesn't have a family back home.
Yeah.
He's still alive.
There's no one loves him back home, so it's no loss.
We love him here. Everyone that loves him is with him right now. So, are we ending on that?
I think so, yeah. I think it'd be a good place.
That
seems like a reasonable spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I hope you guys have a great week. Those of you with kids returning to school, good luck.
For the rest of us bums, suck us.
Rest of you bums.
Yeah, we'll be in touch via text, see if we can figure something out.
All right.
And I'll be in touch to help Nat with fundraising.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
We'll see you guys.
See ya.
Have a good week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.